Homecoming 2021 brings us to a gorgeous night at Cougar Stadium. A historic offensive start has been in for the Grayson County Cougars with consecutive 40-point outbursts. Tonight, their attention turns to Butler County as the Bears enter winners of consecutive games for the first time since 2016. A pair of high-powered offenses are in store tonight with tailgates surrounding things. It's Grayson County and Butler County beginning here in just a few minutes. And a good evening and welcome here to Cougar Stadium. It is a perfect night for football. Sam Gormley with you tonight. This is the Locker Room Show here on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. Grayson County and Butler County, doesn't matter the sport, doesn't matter what time of year it is. When these two teams match up, we know we are in for a treat here tonight, and that's exactly what should be on deck here today. Butler County enters the record of 2-1, as the Cougars on the other side are 2-1, 2-0, depending on how you want to look at it. Technically, on the field, they have not lost a game this year. If you want to say that their COVID cancellation was a loss, then you would call them 2-1. If not, then they're 2-0. Again, that'll be an argument that we'll probably have for the rest of this season. Butler County, though, the 2-1 record, they've won back-to-back games for the first time since 2016. Bears were scheduled to play Edmonson County Week 2, but switched to host Wagoner. That's a school out of Louisville, in a game that they won 20-14. In the first Cantrell rankings of the season, the Bears were rated as the 26th best team in Class 2A. They're going to be opening district play 2 weeks from tonight against McLean County. And in the Cat's Paws poll to start the season, they were picked third in their district. Grayson, as we mentioned, enters with a record. We'll just say they have 2 wins. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Their lone loss, if you want to call it, was against Barron County. Cougars were ranked 13th in the second week of the Class 5A AP poll that was released, one ahead of Graves County, who the Cougars will welcome here to Cougar Stadium next Friday night. They were rated 22nd in the Cantrell 5A rankings. And between these two teams, the last 4 matchups have not been close. Both teams have won a pair of them, but each of those 4 matchups have been decided by 30-plus points. Last year it was Grayson County in Morgantown picking up a win 36-6. Butler County picked up their last win in this series, also in Morgantown back in 2016 by a final score of 56-7. Coming up in our Locker Room Show, we're going to introduce you to the Butler County Bears, as that comes up and more right here on K105.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19, and that means calling ahead instead of going directly to a doctor or hospital if you're sick. It means being more patient. We're all in this together, and we all have a role in preventing the spread. So, prepare, focus on the essentials, protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
Hey, boss. Okay?
I said I'm fine.
See you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe. It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Cougar Stadium, where Grayson County and Butler County are just about 25 minutes away from getting underway here tonight in a matchup here between two rivals. Doesn't matter the sport, obviously. They're district opponents when it comes to basketball and the other sports. Football, they are in different classes, so they are not technically district opponents when it comes to that. When you look at Butler County head coach Brandon Embry, 5-25 in his fourth season, but this has been his best team that he has as the Bears have won back-to-back games for the first time since 2016. Jagger Henderson, the starting quarterback, 17-42 for 173 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, but where he can really beat you is on the ground. He's rushed for 132 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's averaging just about 7 yards per rush. He's going to be making his 28th career start at quarterback, and in his career he's passed for over 3,000 career yards and 32 touchdowns. Kyle Chambers has also attempted 2 passes this year for Butler County. Colton Dunnels is the main running back. He's the leading rusher, 27 carries for 133 yards and a touchdown. Zach Silcox has 14 carries for 73 yards. Jay Peralta, 4 carries for 64 yards. All of those coming last week of the win for the Bears over Breckenridge County. Gage Beasley and Keegan Grubb have also taken attempts. If you watched the Cougars game last week against McLean County, one thing that beat them bad was the long pass. And you saw the size for Brady Dame. Well, Butler County has a guy that not necessarily the same kind of player as Dame. You have Solomon Fleener. Fleener's probably more of a tight end, while Dame is more of your deep wide receiver threat. Fleener, though, if you've watched him in basketball, you've watched him in football, he's a very physical, athletic player. And he's tough to guard. It doesn't matter what sport that you're going up against. You can ask Travis Johnston, the Cougar boys coach. I know it's just a difficult player to guard. He's just a great athlete when you look at that. Fleener on the season, 6 passes for 51 yards and a touchdown. Luke Laughing has got 6 catches for 59 yards and a touchdown as well. The only other touchdown pass was thrown to Gage Beasley, a 12-yard touchdown last week against Breck County. Butler County offensively averaging 21.3 points per game. They scored 44 points last week against Breckenridge County. They're 5 of 8 on 2-point conversion attempts this year. They've not attempted an extra point. You'd have to go all the way back to August the 30th of 2019. They haven't made an extra point since August the 31st of 2018. So what's that tell you? They're going to be going for 2 here tonight. Bears only had 39 yards of total offense in the season-opening shutout loss against Russellville. Defensively, Bears allow 24 points a game, and it is coming off allowing only 13 points to Breck last week. That was the fewest points that they have allowed in a game. You'd have to go all the way back to the 28th of October of 2016. The Bears allowed less than 14 points in consecutive games for the first time, and in the first 2 games of the season since 2015. Defensively, they average giving up about 80 yards through the air. Rush defense gives up 190 yards on the ground. Josh Morris is the leading tackler, and they have forced 5 turnovers this season. Again, we mentioned they're not going to kick the ball, but Zach Silcox will be the kicker for kickoffs. Grayson County enters with 2 wins on the season, but we might have a new quarterback tonight. We'll tell you about that here coming up, as this is Cougar Football on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. This is what they do.
Get down, get down!
They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives.
Without your Coast Guard, my family wouldn't be here today.
It's dangerous work. Sometimes in our own backyards, sometimes far from home. We're the Coast Guard Foundation, and in times of triumph or tragedy, we're here for them. The Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. We provide education, support, and relief for our defenders.
You want somebody to have your back, and the Coast Guard Foundation has always had our back.
Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Leitchfield or fdbm.net.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where both teams are in the locker room right now. And I appear that they just did the coin toss, and it appears that Grayson County is going to get the ball first, I believe is what our head official says. So yes, Butler County is going to kick to Grayson County. So that's how it'll be when we get underway here in just about 20 minutes of action. Grayson County starting quarterback Kaylor Decker, 25 of 30 for 309 yards, 4 touchdowns, and only 1 interception on the season. He's questionable to play tonight, and I would not expect him to unless it is an emergency situation. So the Cougars are going to turn to Hunter Felty, who's expected to make the start here tonight at quarterback. He's 2 of 2 for 51 yards in his career passing. It'll be his first career start at quarterback. Again, Hunter Felty is expected to start for Kaylor Decker tonight. Now, again, this could change, and it might be one of those game time things, but I would expect that barring something drastic changing, Hunter Felty is going to be the starting quarterback tonight for the Grayson County Cougars. Chandler McCready is the starting running back for Grayson County. He has 26 carries for 260 yards and 4 touchdowns. He is averaging 10 yards a rush for the Cougars on the season. Kaylor Decker on the other side, he is their leading rusher as far as yards go. 23 carries for 265 yards and 3 touchdowns. Michael Wood going to be back in there today after missing last week's game. He had 1 carry against Edmonson County, a 42-yard touchdown run. Hunter Toms also got some action in there at the running back position with 2 carries for 12 yards and a touchdown last week. Toms, leading receiver for the Cougars. He's caught 12 passes for 216 yards and 4 touchdowns. His 4 touchdowns are the most for the Cougar in a season since Qdarius Jennings in 2018. In fact, that matches the total going back to where stats are posted back to the 2014 season. Yes, you heard that, in a season, so it took him 2 games to get to that point. Jaron Van Meter, Michael Wood, and Owen Bratcher are other players you'll need to know catching passes for Grayson County. Grayson County's offense has scored 92 total points through their first 2 games, which is their most through 2 games in program history. The record through 3 games is 127 points, which would be 35 points here tonight to keep that moving. Cougars are looking to score 40 points in 3 consecutive games for the first time since 2010 and only the second time in program history. Defensively, allowing 15.5 points per game, but allowed 0 Week 1 and 31 Week 2 against McLean County. Pass defense struggled mightily last week, allowing 205 pass yards on only 6 completions. On the other side, the pass defense is holding teams to only a 38% completion percentage. So the issue is that they're holding them to a low percentage, but it's big gains when they do complete passes. Rush defense is allowing only 97 yards per game on the ground. Hunter Toms is the leading tackler with 21 total tackles. Cooper Goff is second with 18. The team has only 1 sack on the year, made by Ben Rogers last week. The varsity defense for Grayson County last year against Butler County did not allow them to score, as the 1 touchdown came against the Cougars JV defense. And the Cougar defense went the first 12 drives this season without allowing any points. Jackson Kane, the kicker for the Cougars, 5 of 7 on PATs, and last week made his first career field goal, a 27-yarder against McLean County. Cougars and Bears were just about 15 minutes away from getting underway, and head coach Brian Jones looking up to pick his 20th career win. Will he get it picked up tonight? We'll talk to him and get his thoughts on the matchup coming up after this. This is Cougar Football on K105.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We the people are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
This is my house. This is my house.
This is my house.
This is my house.
Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Wormley now joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Brian Jones. And coach, before we get to the game tonight, really cool events happening around tonight with homecoming. I know Roger Lush and his team have done a really good job bringing in a lot of different classes into tonight's game. As a coach, what does it mean, though, to you when you look and you see the history of Grayson County coming back for one night?
You know, I think it's pretty cool. I didn't grow up here, but my wife's family's from here. And, I've followed Grayson County football for the last 12 years pretty, steadily week in and week out. And, and then to work with, Kevin Embry, who played on the 82 team, and to meet various people throughout the time that I've lived here and been around my wife's family here and everything. And, to have some of those people come back in town to watch us play and base a lot of things off getting here from out of town and things on this week. It's pretty unique, and I think Roger Lush has done a phenomenal job at organizing this.
Hunter Felty is going to get the start tonight at quarterback. What should fans know about him as a QB?
Yeah, I think he's got a really good arm, talented, athletic kid, and, he's played all season for us on the defensive side of the ball. And, I think he'll do a great job of kind of managing the offense, and if we do what we're supposed to do, I think he'll do just fine.
Your offense, you touched on that a little bit, has set a new school record through 2 games with 92 total points. You need to score 35 tonight to keep that rolling. What has made your offense so good through these first 2 games?
Oh, I think Kaler's done a great job of kind of running the offense, but then we just got a really good group of skill guys that, we can spread the ball out to several different people. Toms and Bratcher and Van Meter and Wood and McCready. It's just a really dynamic group that allow us to be really multi-dimensional. And I would imagine, at times that makes us a little difficult to defend. And, up front, we've done a pretty good job blocking and giving Kaler time and creating some lanes for our runners and those kind of things. And so, and then the guys have just made plays too. Last week Tom's catches one in traffic, spins out of a tackle, and takes another 20 yards for a touchdown. Those kind of things help too. Just a really talented group, good group of kids.
Earlier today, you found out that Kaler was named the State Player of the Week, voted that, and to make it even better, second place was Hunter Toms. As a coach, what's that make you feel like to get 2 kids who have gone through everything in this program, 4 years, to get recognized like that?
I think it's great for them. Got to be a confidence builder. Good for our program, for that recognition to come, to some guys that have been here and been through it all. I think that's going to help us with the younger group, hopefully some transition between middle school and high school, down the road that may get us a few extra players in the program. And, it's definitely all positive, and they've earned it. Those are 2 probably of our hardest working kids in the program. So, it allows us as coaches to really point at them and say, hey, listen, they've put in the work, and now here is some of the reward.
Last week, Dane, the big wide receiver, kind of had his way at times, had multiple catches, some big runs, went over top of a couple times. Tonight, you don't necessarily have the same player in Solomon Fleener. He's a little different, but he does have that same size. How have you been working in practice to try and limit that tonight?
We put Owen Bratcher, over there on that side of the ball some this week and just tried to get a big body over there for our guys to have to defend. But I think, a little more pressure on the quarterback. Last week we tried to man up Dane a little bit. I don't think we'll try to do that nearly as much with Butler. And so we were in some one-on-one situations and Dane just come down with the ball. We were in position a few times and he just made plays. And so we'll be in a little bit more zone probably this week and hopefully that helps as well. And Solomon is a great big kid, but not nearly the runaway speed. And so he's going to probably get his catches and those kind of things. But hopefully, we'll tackle him where he is when he makes some, because he'll make some plays. He's a good player. And, hopefully none of them are the big ones like we gave up last week.
Jagger Henderson, their starting quarterback out of the backfield, is averaging 7 yards a carry. How do you limit his scrambling abilities tonight?
Well, we just got to maintain pass lanes and keep him in the pocket, make him be a passer. They're going to run him. He's by far their best runner. They got a big kid that does a good job of running downhill and things like that. But he's going to get his carries. We got to try to limit his scrambling for the big one. They'll have some quarterback runs where he's going to get some carries, and we'll just have to make plays there. But if we can keep him in the pocket, make him be a passer, I think that helps us some tonight too.
Last season against this Butler County team, Caden finished with, 278 rushing yards, near the 300 mark. What do you need to do tonight to maybe, if not get that same number, but have similar success on the ground?
Well, we got to be fundamentally sound. Stay low up front, drive your feet, play whistle to whistle, those kind of things. Good hand placement. And then, the skill guys got to do a good job of hitting holes and sustain drives, finish with points. So far this season, we've been pretty good at that. And so if we continue to do those things and play Cougar football the way we like to, I think we've got a really good chance. But this is a definitely much better Butler County team this year than what we played last year. And so we're going to have to play a really good game. They're athletic. They got a good group of seniors, and should be a pretty good battle.
Coach, good luck. We'll have more here coming up on the locker room show after this.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Butler County Bears and the Grayson County Cougars are moments away from getting underway. But first, we'll bring you tonight's keys to tonight's game. First, for the Bears of Butler County, the first one is test the air. The Cougars struggled going up against the pass last night. That's going to be something to keep an eye on. Limit mistakes. The final one is be smart with reads. Grayson County still a lot of read option looks. They need to make sure that they follow the ball and follow along with that. For Grayson County, the keys to victory for the Cougars to try and pick up their third win of the season. The first one is establish the run. When your starting quarterback is more than likely not going to play tonight, that is a big deal. But I look down and Kaylor Decker's warming up right now on the sideline as if he is going to come in, so maybe he will play tonight. We're not really sure when it comes to that. The second one, limit penalties. Last week, penalties killed the Cougars. Coach Jones was not happy with that. Third one, shut down Fleener. Dame had his way against the Cougars secondary last time. If that same thing happens tonight, it's not going to be a good thing. And the final one, survive and advance. If Decker plays, if he doesn't, regardless, you're going to have to survive and advance to next week when you got a big one coming up against Graves County. Grayson County, Butler County comes up next here on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at bethematch.org.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts.
It's time for football here in Leitchfield as the opening kickoff for Butler County is a short pooch kick that's going to take a bounce and roll out of bounds on the far side of the field. We welcome in our radio broadcast now. Butler County kicks the ball off to Grayson and it goes out of bounds. So the Cougars, to start the game here tonight, is going to have really good field position. As Grayson County and Butler County, Sam Gormley with you here on the call tonight. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in to tonight's broadcast. Grayson with the football, and it will be Hunter Felty to get the start here for Grayson County at quarterback. Felty, first career start at quarterback, and in his career, he's 2 of 2 for 51 yards. So something to keep an eye on, that he's never had an incomplete pass. Will Brian Jones potentially test his offense early on, or what will he draw up? And it looks like they're going to go shotgun formation for Felty. Chandler McCready is in the backfield for the Cougars. And it's going to be a little option run here to the right side, and it's right up the middle across the 40-yard line. Slips a tackle at the 45 up to the 50-yard line. Big-time run, and was that that was Michael Wood on the direct snap as it gets up to the 50-yard line. Give him 10 yards and a first down, Cougars. As that was a direct snap to Michael Wood, who is set up almost in a wildcat formation. Hunter Felty, the quarterback, was in the backfield with him, but they ended up giving it off to Felty. So it'll be first down and 10 here for the Cougars. Ball at midfield, 20 seconds into tonight's game. Again, they'll go shotgun formation. Both players holding it out, and it's going to go again to Michael Wood. He's going to go across the right side. He's across the 45, breaks outside the numbers at the 40-yard line, and runs out of bounds at the 38. He moves into Grayson County territory. It's a pickup of 12 yards and make that another first down, Cougars. The Grayson County offense, of course, Hunter Felty is getting the start at quarterback officially tonight for Grayson. Your offensive line, Sawyer Drake, Tanner Finley, Ethan Hall, Waylon Bruce, and Ben Rogers. They are at right tackle. Wide receivers Hunter Tomzo and Bratcher, Michael Wood, Chandler McCready, and Jaron Van Meter are also some players that you'll need to know for this Grayson County offense here tonight. Again, Felty and Wood are in the shotgun formation. Felty is on the near side. Wood is on the right side. It's going to begin to Wood on the direct snap across the 40, across the 35. Makes a man miss at the 30. He's outside the numbers as he breaks down to the 27-yard line. And he's pushed out of bounds by Jagger Henderson for Butler County as he will get up to the 26-yard line. That's a pickup of 12 yards. 3 plays, 3 first downs for the blue and orange of Grayson County. Cougars wearing new jerseys tonight, alternate all gray with orange numerals. They work from right to left on your radio dial. Butler County in road white jerseys with blue pants and blue helmets. Again, the shotgun. They go the same formation. Cooper Goff is in the fullback position. Butler County showing blitz up the middle. This time it'll go to Felty. Some misdirection on the handoff as they give it to, I believe that was Hunter Toms on the misdirection. He gives it up across the 25-yard line up to the 24. And actually it was Owen Bratcher on the handoff up to the 24, 2-yard pickup. And Grayson County's 4th play is the first time Butler County stops him for nothing short of only a couple of yards. 1 minute into tonight's game, no score between Grayson County and Butler County. This is WKHG Leitchfield. Felty gets the play call from Brian Jones. Of course, Felty is filling in for Kaylor Decker, who is, from what I understand, being used in an emergency situation tonight. Again, same formation, Wood and Felty, both putting their hands out as if it was a quarterback, and this time it is going to go to Wood. He goes across the right side, gets a block from Bratcher on the outside, drugged down from behind, but breaks the tackle, and it looked like he was going to be brought down at about the 21-yard line, but ended up moving forward by breaking a tackle and gets it up to the 20. So it's a 4-yard pickup for Michael Wood on the carry. Wood came into tonight's game with only 1 carry for the season. It was for 42 yards, a touchdown run against Edmonson County Week 1. He did not play in last week's game. 2 minutes into tonight's game, still no score between Grayson County and Butler County, but the Cougars are knocking on the door, but it is 3rd down and 4 for Grayson County. Ball placed on the 20-yard line. So Felty and Wood in the backfield. Cooper Goff is the lead fullback. This time it is going to go again to Wood. Right up the middle he carries, and he looks like he's got the first down and more. Down to the 10-yard line. A second effort on the burst gets him to the 11 officially. That's 9 yards and a first down, Cougars. Michael Wood is having his way running the football here on this original drive. In fact, Chandler McCready has not even been in the backfield for Grayson to start off with. And you know what? They haven't needed him. It's been this little bit of a different look with Felty and Wood. And they pretty much picked the snap, Ethan Hall, the center, on who he wants to give it to. Same formation. This time Goff moves from the right side to the left side as the block, and that's the side that they're going to run to. And he's brought down in the backfield. No, he slips a tackle inside the 10-yard line. How Michael Wood broke a tackle in the backfield, I will have no idea. He gets it up to about the 8-yard line, picks up 3, but he should have been brought down for a loss of 3 yards in the play. 8 minutes, 55 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. It is Grayson County and Butler County. Still no score between these two teams. Officially only gets it to the 9, but he slipped the tackle in the backfield to get to that point. Felty runs in after getting the play call from the second-year head coach Brian Jones. They're going to send Jaron Van Meter out wide right. Owen Bratcher is the receiver here to the left side. It's going to be the I formation. Felty goes under center, hands it off to McCready, who gets his first touch. He goes in, spins at the goal line, and he is waiting for the official signal. He's in. Touchdown, Cougars. Chandler McCready touches the ball once, carries it 9 yards, and that's a Grayson County touchdown. An 8-play drive covering 60 yards in 3 minutes and 40 seconds ends with a Grayson County touchdown. Jackson Kane on to attempt the extra point, 5 of 7 on the season. And the thing with Jackson last week when he was kicking these, he wasn't just making them. He was drilling them every single time, kicking them way deep. Place down, kick is up. It's a line drive kick that is no good, wide right. So the kick is no good, but with 8 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter, it's 6-0 Cougs. This is Cougar football on K105.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19, and that means calling ahead instead of going directly to a doctor or hospital if you're sick. It means being more patient. We're all in this together, and we all have a role in preventing the spread. So, Prepare, focus on the essentials. Protect, keep some space from people outside your home. And disinfect, a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. The Cougars lead Butler County 6-0. An impressive drive. They didn't throw the ball once, but when you're running it down and getting positive yardage every single time, why would you need to? Jackson Kane to kick this one away. A booming kick that is going to take a bounce and roll out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Butler County did a nice job just watching that one roll out. Landon Binion, the return man, back, and he just watched that one roll out of bounds. And the Bears are also going to get very good field position to start off with 8 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. So both teams kick the ball out of bounds on their first drives, and Jagger Henderson will leave the Butler County team out. Henderson, 17 of 42 for 173 yards and 3 touchdowns. He has thrown 3 interceptions this season. He's also a threat out of the backfield, 132 yards and 4 touchdowns, averaging just about 7 yards per rush. Henderson going to go all alone. He's going to spread it out, shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers here to the near side. 1 wide receiver comes in motion from the far side to the near side, and it's going to be a quarterback sweep to the left side. He's across the 40-yard line, keeps the legs moving across the 35 and up across the 50. Big-time run, and 2 players going at it in the backfield, and they're just going to let this one go. But Jagger Henderson takes a big-time carry, and it will officially go up to the 49-yard line, moving into Butler County territory. It's a 16-yard pickup, and Shane Decker, the defensive coordinator for Grayson County, puts both hands up and asks, what was that look for the Grayson County defense? Butler County a little bit slower moving. Grayson County went hurry up a little bit, but the Bears barely had any plays against Grayson County last year into big play categories, and they get one on the first play of this one. Grayson leads 6-0, 7 minutes, 50 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Again, they'll go shotgun with Henderson. Trips go, and a man in motion goes from the near side to the far side, and it goes right up the middle in the quarterback draw for Henderson. This time he'll get about 3 yards, and a penalty flag comes from behind. The head official throws that, and what that usually means is a holding. But it could also mean face mask from the way that he was, but he points and says holding on the Bears. So that'll move them backwards as Henderson went up the middle, and usually from where that penalty is thrown, it's got almost every single time be a hold, as it'll move them back to the 43-yard line, back into Butler County territory. So it'll be first down, and so I got to do some math here. First down and 17, I believe, is the official call here from the officials. It'll be first down and 17. Ball placed on the Butler County 44-yard line. This time they're going to spin it around and give a pitch down here to the near side to Silcox, and he slips as he tried to turn around the edge and ends up losing 2 yards. As he was being chased there by Grayson County. Is in there on the tackle for the Cougars was Waylon Bruce for the Cougars. Looking at the Grayson County defense, the defensive line, Will Scott, Ethan Hall, Waylon Bruce, and Ben Rogers. Also getting starts, your linebackers, Jaron Van Meter, Cooper Goff, Hunter Toms, Hunter Felty. Back in there at cornerback tonight for Grayson is Michael Wood. He's joined at corner by Chandler McCready. And Grayson Chaffins, the true freshman, getting the start back at safety. So the loss of 1 yard officially, so it'll be second down and 18 here for Butler County. This time Henderson is going to fake the reverse, and he runs it across the left side. A Cougar helmet goes flying. Ben Rogers' helmet falls off, and a very late penalty flag comes in. Solomon Fleener is trying to plead his case to the head official, but Ben Rogers' helmet, it didn't only go flying to, it went flying about 10 yards, and it is going to be a penalty called on Butler County, and it looks like it's going to be called on Solomon Fleener. And Ben Rogers, because a penalty was called, can stay in the game. Typically, if not, he would have to sit out one play because his helmet came off. But since it was forced off, and right now the head official is going to go talk over to Brandon Embry, who's wanting a little bit of an explanation on this one. Not sure where this ball is officially going to be placed. This is going to turn out to be second down and very long for Butler County. Here comes the officials. They're going to talk this over again. Let's see what he says. Personal foul called against Butler County. As he's talking to Brian Jones, and the way the official was talking to Brian Jones made it almost look like it was a penalty on Grayson County. So I'm not really sure as to what it was, but Brian Jones is not happy with the official. I'm not sure if he thought that that was more egregious or what, but it moves back to the 34-yard line. So it is second down and a country mile coming up. Jagger Henderson to throw. It's a good ball down the field, and it is incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Chandler McCready down the far side of the field. He underthrew it just a hair as they were looking down that far side of the field to Solomon Fleener, but McCready and Felty were in there on coverage. So it'll be third down and long coming up here for Butler County. As it'll be, I believe, third down and 27 is what it is here for Butler. They need to get to the Grayson 39-yard line. They have the ball on their own 34. So third down and 27. I think this is one of these things here. If you're Butler, you almost run like a screen pass, try to get half of it back. But then again, when you got 27 yards to go, I'm not really sure what you draw up in this scenario. Shotgun formation for Henderson. One wide receiver is out to the left side. Henderson's going to roll here to the near side. Looks like it's going to be a direct run. He's across the 35 up to the 40-yard line where he's being stonewalled by Hunter Toms. So they're going to give him forward progress up to the 40-yard line. That's a 6-yard pickup, but it's going to be fourth down and long to go for Butler. 21 to be exact, and I'd presume that this would be easy decision, maybe the easiest punt decision that Brandon Embry has had all season long to punt this one away. Back to punt will be Zach Silcox for Grayson, for Butler rather, and Jaron Van Meter will be back to return. It's 6-0 Cougars, 5.5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. The kick is straight into the air. Takes a bounce, the Butler 45. It takes a Butler County bounce and ends up rolling down to the Grayson County 46-yard line. That ball originally went 5 yards, and instead it rolls up, and it's going to be a 14-yard punt for Butler County. After the Bears had a huge pickup on their first play of the game, penalties came back to haunt them, a holding and a personal foul. So Grayson County going to get the ball here with 5 minutes and 17 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. So it's placed on their own 46-yard line. Felty and Wood go into the backfield once more. Chandler McCready scored Grayson County's lone touchdown of this game, and it was the one carry that he had, an 8-yard touchdown run. Shotgun again, and it's going to go direct snap to Wood. He's across the near side, across the 50, gets a hole, runs into his man at the 45, up across the 40-yard line, and that's where he's going to be brought down. He had his lead blocker, Owen Bratcher, and also in there blocking for him as well was Tanner Finley. And what he did to Tanner Finley is he just put his hand on his back and turned Tanner Finley into a little bit of a bulldozer and just had him push through and run everybody over in his way. That's a 16-yard pickup. So you can say, I know Tanner Finley's nickname that they call him is Kentucky. Looking like some of those Kentucky offensive linemen there that have had some big success. He was moving the ball. Nice job by Michael Wood just to run right behind the 5'8" junior. Felty and Wood in the backfield again. Cooper Goff the lead of fullback. Butler showing blitz, and the play is going to be blown dead. Every official throws a penalty flag down, and it's going to be a false start on the blue and orange of Grayson County. 6-0 Cougars, 4 minutes, 37 seconds to play here in the first quarter, as they'll move Grayson back to the 45-yard line. Of course, Grayson County, Butler County, anytime they get into, playing, makes me think back to the district championship game back in March. Cougar boys and the girls both beat Butler County in the district championship to take home 12th district titles. Shotgun formation, it's going to be another quarterback sweep. Right up the middle goes Michael Wood, and he's brought down and slung down at the 40-yard line, but his forward momentum carries him up to about the 39-yard line, so it's a 6-yard pickup. As I know, Cougar basketball head coach Travis Johnston locked in at home watching with us today. I know Brett Johnston, assistant coach, they're watching, and I'm sure that they are just sitting on the edge of their seat. They can't wait to look at defending their 12th district title this year, as the opening game of the season, I believe, is November the 30th, I think is what I'm putting myself on. We have a timeout on the field taken by Butler County with 3 minutes and 54 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Again, Grayson County leads this one 6-0. I do want to give a special shout-out to Kaylor Decker. Earlier today, he was officially named the Kentucky.com State High School Offensive Player of the Week for his play against McLean County last week. Decker, in that game, 16 of 20 passing. He had 202 passing yards, 207 rushing yards, and 5 total touchdowns. Okay, you think, wow, that's great. He gets the the award in first place. Well, to make it even better, second place, Hunter Toms, who also had himself a great game against McLean County. He finished in second. In fact, those two combined for 70% of the total votes cast for the State Player of the Week award. And you know what? We can also mention the player that finished in third place, Jagger Henderson, Butler County's quarterback. So you've got the top 3 vote getters from last week's games are playing here in tonight's game. Grayson County finished in first and second, but congratulations to Kaylor. Extremely well deserved. As out of the timeout, it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Grayson County. 3 minutes, 54 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Be shotgun formation once more, and it's misdirection, handoff here to Owen Bratcher across the right side. Runs into a wall at the 35-yard line and is driven immediately backwards. Ball's out, but the officials blow that play dead, as they called him dead by forward progress. The Butler County faithful want that to be a fumble out, but they did blow that play dead. So he gets it up to the 36-yard line, 3-yard pickup. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for Grayson. Cougars need to get the ball to the 30-yard line. 3 minutes, 41 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Now the official's going to walk up to us, and I'm not really sure what this might be about. Personal foul, face mask called against Butler County. I didn't even see a penalty flag come out. The Butler County faithful do not like it, but that's going to be the 3rd penalty, and I'll tell you, getting a little bit of deja vu. But last week it was Grayson County getting all of these personal foul penalties against them, and this week it's going all against the Bears. So that'll move this ball all the way up to the 24-yard line. And Grayson County is going to get excellent field position here for 1st down and 10, trying to add to their 6-0 lead. In this same formation, it's a direct snap to Wood. He's across the left side. He has a big hole across the 20, across the 15-yard line, and he's brought down at the 13.5 by a host of players. And Brian Jones, another penalty flag comes in on the far side of the field. And Coach Jones is not happy right now. I'm not sure if this game is a little bit chippier field level. And maybe this is going to be on Grayson County. Personal foul, it is on Grayson, so that's why he's upset. It seems like there's a penalty called against Grayson, and I'm sure that somebody's coming out of the game, and I'm sure that we can figure out who this is and who the penalty was called on. Looks like that is Sawyer Drake running off the field, and Coach Jones is letting him have it, and I'm sure Dad is going to let him have it even more on the sideline, as his dad is the offensive line coach, Chris Drake. So what Grayson County had gotten because of the personal foul penalty now goes right backwards. It's only going to end up being about 1st down and 14 here coming up for Grayson, as it'll move them back to about the 27-yard line. So it only turns out to be about a 3-yard loss. But still, you got to be smarter than that if you're Grayson. You can't have penalties, especially when you're starting to get momentum in this game. We're going to have a timeout called and taken here by Grayson County. And right now, Brian Jones is going to call over the head official, and he's going to talk with him here. I'm not sure what this might be about, but Jones has not been happy, and and again, we're up top. It's kind of hard for us to see as to what it is, but he is letting the head official have it right now at this moment. Try to see if we can't bring any score updates. Greenwood on top of Warren Central halfway through the first quarter. That score is 14-6. Gators on top of the Dragons. Let's see what else we might have to bring you tonight. As I scroll through my list here, I don't see many more coming in. Davis County playing Floyd Central tonight. Floyd Central on top 7-0. Owensboro is winning 7-0 as well. And McLean County on top of Muhlenberg County 16-0. 7 minutes to play in the first quarter of that one. So those are some of the scores that we have to bring you right now. Next week, Grayson County is going to be hosting Graves County. Graves County is at Bullitt East tonight. That's back-to-back long road trips for the Eagles, as they were supposed to. They're traveling to Bullitt East, which we were looking is probably about a 4-hour drive, and then next week they're coming here to Leitchfield, which is about a 2-hour and 15-minute drive. And as someone who has made the drive from Graves County to Grayson County many times over these past couple of years, it's not a fun drive. It's not a fun drive. There's not a lot in between these two places. You get that little bit of Beaver Dam. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot going on. And now Brandon Embry is talking with the head officials. Head official is now coming, and is he coming to tell us something? No, he's saying let's play football. Both coaches do not seem to be too happy with the men in stripes early on in this game. 6-0 Grayson County, 3:16 to play here in the first quarter. Direct snap Wood across the left side, across the 25. Keeps the legs moving, stays on his feet across the 20, and he's brought down up to the 16-yard line. 11-yard pickup for Michael Wood, and Wood's just keeping those legs moving is really, really impressive early on in this game, and that is enough for a first down Cougars. So it'll be ball placed to the 16-yard line, first down and 10 Grayson, under 3 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Sam Gormley with you tonight here on a perfect night for football at Cougar Stadium. They'll go shotgun one more time. They've only gone under center, I think, once here early on. Again, Michael Wood. Hunter Felty is the lead blocker. Wood gets outside the numbers, tries to break a tax game. Head official now talking it over, seeing what this call might be. As they still are talking this over. And here comes the call. He still has not delivered a call. A legal block in the back called against Grayson County. Personal foul called against Butler County. And that's going to be a first down Grayson County because a personal foul will overrule an illegal block in the back penalty. Now, typically those would be offsetting, but I believe that the rule is since it is a personal foul that overrules what would be an illegal block in the back. I believe we're going to see where this ball will officially be placed and what down they're going to say it is. Well, maybe not. So I think it's going to say first down and 4, ball placed on the 10-yard line. You know, the ever popular first down and 4. Right up the middle on the carry, across the 5-yard line, being brought down was Michael Wood. And he gets it up there to the 5, so it is a 5-yard pickup. That should be enough for a first down, Grayson. It is enough. Grayson picks up that first down. So have the ball first down and goal, 2 minutes, 10 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Cougars lead 6-0 against Butler. Shotgun formation, Hunter Felty with the ball, Michael Wood to the right. This time again it goes to Wood, left side, and he's brought down to the backfield from behind. Nice tackle closing in there for the Bears is a number 43, who's not on my roster. Or actually might have been 63, Reese Philback, potentially. Nice closing speed, though. There was a play earlier in the game that Butler County had a similar instance that Wood broke the tackle. This time Wood was not able to. It'll officially be a loss of 2 yards back to the 7-yard line. So it'll be second down and goal from the 7. 1 minute, 17 seconds and counting to play here in the opening quarter. This time Felty, misdirection handoff to Bratcher, up the middle at the 5-yard line, keeping the legs moving towards the pylon. He is going to be just 2 yards short of the goal line. It looked like he was going to be stopped at the 6-yard line, but Owen Bratcher showed off his strength, keeping that pile moving. And he's brought down at the 2-yard line, 5-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 2. And again, Grayson not having Chandler McCready in there at all. McCready's touched the ball once in this game, and it was a 9-yard touchdown run. They're just letting Felty and Wood run it right at him. 30 seconds and counting to play here in the first half. It's a direct snap. Wood up the middle. He is in. Touchdown, Cougars. Michael Wood, a 2-yard touchdown run, and Grayson County leads this 12-0. Michael Wood gives Grayson County the 12-0 advantage. And I'm not even sure here is they're picking up the football and moving it here to the near hash. At first I thought they were picking up a penalty flag because that just seems like the way that this game has gone so far tonight. This time Grayson going to go for 2. Again, they're going to go with the same formation that they've been running all night. Felty and Wood. It is Wood that takes it. He's up across the right side, and he is not in. He stopped short, and it is 12-0. Butler County trails Grayson County. The 2-point conversion is no good. Grayson County now moves to just 3 of 7 on 2-point conversions so far in this season. 24.4 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Grayson County offense has just been running it right at the Bears. The Bears defense coming into tonight's game was allowing 190 yards per game on the ground, and Grayson County said, "Okay, you can't stop the run. Okay, we'll just run it right at you." And that's exactly what Grayson County's thought process has been in this one. So it's 12-0 Cougars. Jackson Kane to kick this one away from right to left on your radio dial. It's been a statement made here in this first quarter if you're a fan of the blue and orange. Kick is up, another booming kick right down the middle. That's going to be caught back at the 6-yard line by Butler County. He's across the 10, across the 15, back towards the middle at the 20, across the 25, keeps the legs moving, slips a tackle, and he's brought down at the 30-yard line. 24-yard return there by Gage Beasley, the returner for the Bears, up to the 30-yard line. And with 15.5 seconds to play here in the first quarter, that's where Butler is going to get the ball. Grayson has dominated the time of possession so far in this game. The Bears had the ball for just about 3 minutes. Grayson County's held the ball for about 8.5. You want to know a difference? There you go. So ball officially gets up to the 31-yard line of Butler County. They'll run 1, maybe 2 more plays, depending if it's a run or a pass. They're going to spread it out. 2 wide receivers on each side. Henderson rolls out here to the near side, looks to throw in the flat. It's complete to Fleener. Fleener back towards the middle at the 35-yard line, keeps on his feet at the 40-yard line, and he is shoved down at the 45, and he's brought down out of bounds, is where they'll say that's a big pickup for Solomon Fleener, and that's showing Fleener's size. Fleener listed on the roster 6'4", 230 pounds, and he just ran right over the Cougar defense. As it'll be officially up to the 46-yard line. That's a 15-yard pass completion. So they'll get 1 more play here in this first quarter. Again, they'll spread it out. The running back in the backfield with Henderson is Dunnels. And Dunnels is going to get the pass at the 45-yard line, and across the 50, he's drugged down by 2 or 3 Cougar defenders, but Butler County moves the ball a little bit up to the 46-yard line. It'll be Butler County ball when we come back. Cougs lead 12-0 at the end of 1. This is Grayson County Cougar football on K105.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSIkids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSIkids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Leitchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. The Cougars lead 12-0 as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. Bears have the ball in Grayson County territory, placed to the 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for Butler. It looks like they're going to do some recognition right now as they're going to stop the play here as they're recognizing one of the teams that's homecoming. I know our good friend Roger Lesh, it's weird not looking at our comments section tonight and not seeing his name pop up because he's here tonight. He's able to cheer on the Cougars. He's here in tonight's game, and I'm not sure, is he one of the people being recognized? I'm not sure which school and which year this is, but they're recognizing some of the former Grayson County legends down there tonight. I don't think Roger is one of them, but I do believe one of them is Danny Clark, former Cougar baseball coach and chain gang member. And that's the reason why we had to stop the game, because he's a member of the chain gang. Coach Clark's showing some 40-yard dash speed there, trying to get back to his spot. Look at that. So again, they're recognizing the year is it's a big night here at Grayson County High School for homecoming. So here we come. It'll be 2nd down and 2 here for Butler. Ball placed on the Grayson 46-yard line. Man in motion. They'll fake the handoff. It's Henderson back to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws. It's overthrown, nearly intercepted by Chandler McCready. It's hard to overthrow Solomon Fleener, but Henderson did just that, and the pass will fall incomplete. 3rd down and 2 coming up for Butler. I mean, Fleener is a big dude. And it'll be 3rd down and 2 coming up here for Grayson. For Butler, rather, with 11 minutes and 54 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Again, Grayson on top, 12-0. Gage Beasley checks out for the Bears. They're going to spread it out one more time. Dunnels is the running back to Henderson's right. Fleener is acting as a blocker on the right side, kind of an offset tight end. And they're going to run right up the middle to Dunnels. He gets up across the first down marker. He gets up to about the 43.5-yard line. He had to just get to the 44. So that should be enough for a Butler County first down, and there's the official call. Give him about 2.5 yards on the run. So 12-0 Grayson on top of this. 1st down and 10. Shotgun formation again for Henderson. They'll kind of bunch it up this time. Hand off Dunnels, right up the middle, right side, runs over a player at the 40-yard line, keeps the legs moving across the 35, and he's brought down at the 33 or 34-yard line. Colton Dunnels, the running back, 5'10", 249-pound junior, is a big dude. And he lowered his shoulder and picks up 10 yards and a first down for the Bears. Butler County trying to find an answer for Grayson in this play. Head coach Brian Jones coaching up his defense on the sideline. So it'll be 1st down and 10. Henderson again in shotgun. Dunnels behind him a little bit to his left. Luke Laughing goes in motion. Now comes back here towards the near side. It's a handoff. Dunnels left side across the 30. Runs over another Cougar player up to the 26-yard line. So that'll be an 8-yard pickup on the run by Colton Dunnels. Dunnels came into this game as the leading carrier for Butler County. 27 rushes for 133 yards. So ball up to the 26-yard line. 10 minutes, 20 seconds to play here in the first half. 12-0 Grayson on top of Butler. They're spread it out again, man in motion. Silcox, they'll fake the handoff to him. Henderson faked it, tried to run up the middle and slips and falls, and it'll turn out to be a loss of yards on the play. Loss of 1 back to the 27. It'll be third down, and about 4 here for Butler. They need to get it up to the 24-yard line. Ball placed on the 27, so it might be more about 4 here. 9 minutes, 40 seconds and counting to play here in the first half. Again, Grayson leads 12-0. See what Butler County does. Grayson has not had an answer for Colton Dunnels, the running back for the Bears early on in this game. Will they just run it right to him, look to pass, or what will they do? And it is going to be a handoff. Dunnels, they stop him in the backfield. Grayson County sniffs it out. The first man in there was Ben Rogers. No gain on the play. Rogers did an unbelievable job there to read the play and hit Dunnels before he was able to get the full head of steam moving. As I see in the backfield right now, Cooper Goff is not able to put much weight on one of his legs as one of the linebackers for Grayson. And they're going to call a timeout here, and I think it's going to be called a timeout to probably put a player in for Cooper Goff. So it's a timeout. Cougars 12-0. Grayson County leads this one. 8 minutes and 56 seconds to play here in the first half. So we want to invite you to stay tuned in during our halftime show here tonight. Cougars in the Classroom returns for week number 3. We make the trip back to Grayson County High School. We're going to learn a little bit more about something that every student at Grayson County High School has to take. Maybe not necessarily this specific class, but they have 3 different options, so they choose one of them. I know I didn't go to Grayson County High School, but this is the class that I took at my high school. We're going to learn how to, hablo español. I'll say that. We speak a little Spanish. As tonight we're watching Football Americano. We're learning a little bit more about some español coming up at halftime, so be sure you stay tuned in and learn about that and the different culture that it is. That's the only Spanish that I'm going to give you tonight. So it'll be 4th down coming up here for Butler. 4th down and 4. They need to get it to the 24-yard line out of the timeout. Henderson in the shotgun. Dunnels. Cougars jump off sides, and that's going to be an automatic first down. And that hurts if you're Grayson. So move it up, and that is enough for a first down, Butler County. As it gets up to the 23-yard line, and that hurts. Grayson had an unbelievable chance here to stop this one before anything else. But Butler County here coming up. This will be their 10th play of the drive. 9 minutes to play here in the quarter. Henderson to pass, throws into the flat. It is complete to Grubb, and he's immediately stonewalled and driven backwards. Nice tackle by Chandler McCready for Grayson. Forward momentum is going to give him up to the 18-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup. It's been a long drive for the Bears. Began back at their 31-yard line after they had a nice return on a kickoff. 8 minutes, 25 seconds to play here in the first half. 12-0. Grayson on top, but Butler is knocking on the door for the first time tonight. 2 running backs in the backfield. It's a handoff, Dunnels left side. He slips a tackle in the backfield, keeps his legs moving, and he's up across the 10-yard line. And he'll move into a goal situation here. Right now, Grayson has just had absolutely no answer for Colton Dunnels. 8-yard pickup, and this long drive continues for the Bears. It's taken 4 minutes off the clock. This will be play number 12 for Butler. See if the Grayson County offense can bend but not break in this situation. They'll go shotgun. Dunnels again in the backfield, trips down here to the near side. His ball's placed on the near hash. Handoff Dunnels, right side, runs over a player, picks up a couple of yards on the run up to the 7-yard line. 3-yard pickup, second down and goal coming up from the 7. If you're Grayson here, you've just got to keep your head in the game. Try and hold them here. I mean, Butler County is not going to attempt a field goal. They've not attempted a field goal since 2015. They're not going to attempt one. They're going to be going for it no matter what in this situation. Shotgun Two wide receivers on each side. Looks like a new running back into the backfield. It's Jay Peralta to the right of Jagger Henderson. Well, Henderson pass. He rolls. It's a bad snap. He takes it off the bounce. He's got a scramble, throws one into the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, Butler County. Zach Silcox on the pass completion, 7 yards. And that looked like it was going to be really bad for Butler County, but instead, Zach Silcox pulls down the touchdown, and the Bears are on the board. In Butler County, we'll go for 2, 5 of 8 on 2-point conversions this season. At least it appears that they will go for 2, as the Bears have not attempted an extra point since August the 30th, 2019, and I can't imagine that they'd change now. Ball's going to be placed on the near hash. They are going to go for 2. And you'd presume that this will be a handoff to Dunnels, because Grayson has not been able to stop him in short yardage situations. Henderson in the shotgun. Henderson will roll out to the far side. Now back towards the middle. Throws, jump pass in the middle, and it is caught. 2-point conversion good. Butler makes it a 4-point game with 7:03 to play here in the first half. This is Cougar football on K105.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
County leads. Butler County, though, gets on the board with 7:03 to play here in the first half. That was an impressive drive for Butler County. 13 plays, going 69 yards, taking just about 5 minutes off the clock. That was an impressive drive for the Bears. It's the longest drive that the Cougar defense has been on the field all season, and they'll go a short little pooch kick that's going to drop on the far side, and did Butler County come down with it? No. Grayson does fall down on top of it, as that almost looked like it was going to be really bad, but Hunter Toms was there to fall down on top of it for Grayson. Deep breath out if you're wearing orange and blue, because that was almost real bad. So Grayson's going to get the ball at their own 36-yard line, and that was not a good possession for the Cougar defense. But if you're wanting a positive, Butler County's not had an answer for Grayson. Cougars have not attempted a pass tonight. They've just run the ball right down the throat of the Bears. And it's going to be a hand. No, it's kept by Felty, and he's spun down in the backfield for maybe a gain of 1 if he's lucky, but it looks like a loss of 1. Cougars going with a read option for the first time tonight, and Kaylor Decker was in there for Grayson. Kaylor Decker is checked in the game at quarterback, and that might have been him on the run. So Decker checks into the game, the reigning state Offensive Player of the Week, 25 of 30, 309 yards, 4 touchdowns, and only 1 interception on the season. That's going to change things here if you're Grayson. They're going to spread it out now. So a new quarterback, Kaylor Decker, the original starter, into the game. He's looking to pass. He rolls out here to the near side. He's got to break away from one man. Looks to throw. Breaks away. Throws down the field wide open and overthrows Owen Bratcher. As Bratcher was open in the zone defense, but it was a tough completion for Decker as he was being chased by multiple Bears. And that's very interesting that Kaylor Decker has come into this game at quarterback for Grayson. We were told that he was questionable, potentially going to play, but knowing Kaylor, I know he's a gamer. He wants to play, and I'm sure he was talking his dad's ear off, who's the associate head coach, and talking off Coach Jones's ear as well. So it'll be 3rd down and 11 for Grayson. Trips here to the near side. It's that little bunch formation with one wide receiver to the left. Cougars working from left to right on your radio dial. Decker will pass again, steps up, and he's hit from behind, and they're going to say incomplete pass. Decker was hit immediately on the play by Jake McKee. I think that was a good call. The Butler County fans do not like it whatsoever. And the official was right there on top of it to call it, and the Cougars can go 3 and out here after putting Kaylor Decker into the game at quarterback. So it'll be Hunter Toms to punt this away. Standing back deep for Butler, back at his own 25-yard line is Gage Beasley. 3 blockers for Toms, the punter. It's a good punt snap, and he punts it straight up into the air. It's not going to go far, and it takes a big-time Butler County bounce, and the Cougars down it at the 47-yard line. That is only a 12-yard punt for Grayson, and the Bears are knocking on the door to potentially add to their, or to potentially take the lead in this basketball game. So Grayson County puts Kaylor Decker into the game at quarterback, and it doesn't go well. So Butler with the ball, placed on the Grayson 47. 6 minutes to play here in the first half. It's 12-8. Cougars on top of the Bears. They'll go shotgun. Dunnels to his left, a running back also in the backfield behind him. And Henderson's going to keep this one. He rolls, he throws down the field to Fleener, and it is incomplete. Nice defense by Chandler McCready. As they threw that ball up to Solomon Fleener, he has a size advantage. But here's the thing. If there's one man on this Cougar football team that knows what it's like guarding Solomon Fleener, it's Chandler McCready. As I'll think back to, I think it was a game at the Cougar Den back last season, not this past season, but the season beforehand, where Travis Johnston went and put Chandler McCready in on, it was either Fleener, it might have actually been Parker Rice, who's a very similar player to Solomon Fleener, and McCready shut him down. Up the middle on the run, Butler County goes, and it's about a 2-yard pickup, but immediately driven backwards in there on the tackle Ethan Hall for the Cougars. As they'll give it up to the 45-yard line, so that's a 2-yard pickup for Butler. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. 5.5 minutes to play here in the first half. 12-8. Cougars still lead this. See what Butler County does here in this situation. If you're Butler, are you passing here? Are you handing it off to Dunnels? Are you turning this into 4-down territory? I mean, it's 4-down territory probably no matter what for the Bears. Be interesting to see what they draw up here. We'll find out. Henderson will pass, rolls out. He's got to run away from 3 men, throws. It's a screen pass complete. He had 1 man to beat, and he doesn't beat him. Pass was complete to Jake McKee. Hunter Toms wrapped him up for no gain on the play. 4th down and 8 for Butler County. Ball placed in the Grayson 45-yard line, and a timeout is going to be taken by the Bears. And I'm sure this is one of these things that they're going to sit here and think about, what do we do? Score updates. We'll try to see what we can't bring you right now in this situation. Greenwood leads Warren Central 21-6 the end of the first quarter. Hancock County all over Edmondson County. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second. It is Hancock 30, Edmondson 0. Owensboro leads Owensboro Catholic 14-7 late in the second quarter of that one. Try to see what other scores we might be able to bring you right now. Bowling Green opening up L. Donaldson Stadium, the renovated stadium down there. 17-0. Bowling Green leads. 7.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. A little bit of a surprising score here to bring you. South Warren all over Gibson Southern, 36-0. 7:55 to play in the second quarter. Gibson Southern is a team from Indiana, and their quarterback is committed to play football at Purdue. So I was reading into that, and from what I was able to gather, I didn't read a lot into it, but sounded like that was going to be a real tough game for the Spartans, but doesn't appear that that will be it. Shotgun formation, 4th down and long. Butler County going to go for it. Henderson's got a scramble, gets away from one defender. He's going to run down the field, and he is going to be stopped. No, it's going to be a 1st down Butler County as he dove across the 1st down marker, and that's a heck of a run by Jagger Henderson. 1st down Bears. So it's up to the 36-yard line. He needed 8. He got 9. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Bears. 4:24 to play here in the first half. And Grayson, they need a stop in the worst kind of way here on defense because momentum is wearing blue and white in this situation. Shotgun formation. Henderson will roll out to the far side of the field. Looking to pass, throws. It is to Fleener and is off his hands, incomplete, nearly intercepted again by Grayson County. So one thing with Butler County, they will pass, but they're not necessarily the most accurate team in the world. On the season, 18 of 44 for 40.9%. So accuracy has been a question so far this season for when the Bears do throw the football. So it's incomplete. Second down and 10, 4:03 to play here in the first half. So 12-8, Grayson still leads this. And they're going to spread it out again. 4 wide receivers go out to the right side. 1 wide receiver is down here to the near side for Butler County. Ball placed on the near snap, and a delay of game call is going to be called on the Bears. Delay a game called against Butler County, and that helps out Grayson in a big-time way. So it'll be second down and 15 now for the Bears. Ball placed on the Grayson County 41-yard line. They're going to stick with the same formation, quadruple players. So 4 players out to the right side, 1 here to the near side. Henderson fakes the pass. He's going to run up the middle. He tried to get the space, spins at the 35-yard line, and he's up to the 30-yard line where he's brought down officially at the 31. That was really a good play call there as they just spread everybody out to the right side and left Henderson the space to do what he wanted right up the middle. It's good play design there for Butler County. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to play here in the first half. It is 12-8 Grayson, but the Bears are rolling. They'll run this same formation with 4 wide receivers to the right side. And the way they're setting this up looks like you might be seeing a screen here. Henderson rolls out, and he's going to run again, but he's smashed between 2 Cougar defenders. Grayson County smashed him in the backfield. Ethan Hall in there along with Waylon Bruce for Grayson. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 9. As it's brought back to the 35-yard line, it's a loss of 4 yards. So it's 4th down and 9. Butler County needs to get the ball to the 21 or the 26-yard line. No, the 26 is where they need to get the ball to. They're going to spread it out. Henderson looks to pass. He's got to scramble. He's going to throw down the field. He's got a man if he wants him. It is caught. Zach Silcox pulls it down inside the 5-yard line. He goes over top of Jaron Van Meter, catches it at the 1. It's a 34-yard pickup and a first down, Butler County on 4th down and 9. And Butler County looks like they're going to be taking their first lead of this game. As it looked like Jaron Van Meter was going to have a play to knock that one away, but he did not. So it'll be first down and goal from the 1 for the Bears after the 34-yard pass completion. It's a handoff up the middle on the run. Dunnels, he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Butler County, and the Bears have themselves a lead with 2:07 to play in this first half. And this has not gone the way that the blue and orange were wanting at all in this one. So they will go for 2, Will Butler, on the season. 6 of 9. So 2/3, and we're going to have a timeout, official timeout taken here. Is it an official timeout? No, there's a Butler County player that is down on the field. He's down on one knee. So the training staff is going to go meet him out there. But if you're Grayson County, it's not gone the way that you want it, as the defense has not played well here in tonight's game. They've struggled. and just have not been able to have any success moving the ball consistently. As they move the ball in their first 2 drives, but they checked Kaylor Decker back into the game, and he really struggled. Score update to bring you. Mayfield leads McCracken County 12-7. 1:18 to play in the first quarter of that game. Owensboro on top of Owensboro Catholic, 14-7. That score is at the half. Final score, Frederick Douglass 56, Paul Lawrence Dunbar 13. And still down is the Butler County player. Hancock now leads Edmonson County 37-0. 2 minutes to play in the first half of that game. Hancock's a good team. As the player down for Butler County, I believe, is a number 74, who I don't have on my roster. So hopefully 74 is okay. He trots off the field on his own power. Might just be one of those things that you never know. I don't want to assume anything on what it might have been. But Butler County is going to try and make it a 16-12 game. So Henderson will be all alone in the backfield. They'll spread it out. They passed on the 2-point conversion try last time. Again, the Bears are 6 of 9 on 2-point tries so far this season. They're going to run a man in motion, and it is a handoff to the run by Peralta. He's across the right side, and he is not going to get it. So it's 14-12, Butler with 2:07 to play here in the first half. Of course, as a reminder, tonight is homecoming, and we want to invite you to stay tuned in. If you're watching with us on K105 Digital Productions, we'll have a semi-homecoming for you. We'll be able to show it to you. We'll bring who it is, who wins, but we'll show you the festivities. More of the sound, though, will come from our typical halftime show, depending. We might even put the homecoming on. It'll just be playing it by ear, but if you want to watch it, go to K105 Digital Productions during the halftime show here today. But again, Butler County leads this 14-12. Grayson County is going to have to come up with an answer. So Butler County going to kick this away, and Grayson just needs something good to happen. So the kick is a short kick. It's caught up by Hunter Toms at the 33-yard line, and he takes it about 2 or 3 yards before he's brought down. So Grayson's going to get the ball, but they just need this offense to start moving the way that they have been so far this season. So to be up to the 34-yard line. Kaylor Decker is going to remain in the game at quarterback for Grayson, 2:03. So we really get the first look at the Grayson County 2-minute offense. Sure, this is something that Coach Jones works on quite often. Decker will go in the I formation this time. He'll go under center, and he is going to hand it off to McCready. He goes up the middle up to the 35-yard line, brought down from behind by McKee on the play. And Butler County is wearing the momentum on their chest right now. Only a 1-yard pickup there for McCready. 1 minute, 45 seconds to play here in the first half. I think here, if you're Grayson, even if you don't score, you got to try and just get some yards and just get the momentum back. Get the feeling of what it feels like to just move the ball successfully here. They'll go trips to the left side. One wide receiver here to the near side. Shotgun formation, Decker. McCready, the running back, to his right. Bears showing blitz across the far side. They're going to throw a screen pass, and it is intercepted or not. Nearly intercepted by Butler County, but it is ripped away, I believe, by Grayson on the far side. So it was caught. I believe Jaron Van Meter ripped that ball away from Dylan Hudnall. So it's back to the 34, so it's a 1-yard loss, but really that's the best thing that Jaron Van Meter could have done. 52 seconds and counting, and Grayson County here at halftime is going to have to make themselves some adjustments. Trips here to the near side, one wide receiver to the left. 40 seconds and counting. Butler showing blitz again. They're getting the flat, and he is blown up. as that pass was complete to Michael Wood, and he was destroyed on the play by Kyle Chambers, the sophomore. I'm sure Grayson County has not been more excited for a halftime so far this season. Toms to punt this away, and he needs a good punt if he can get it. It's a line drive, spinning kick, takes a Grayson County bounce to the 40-yard line, bounces past the Butler County player, and they're going to say he didn't touch it. And Grayson County falls down on top. No, it's Grayson County ball! They say he touched it. I thought he did. The referees say that he didn't. And a Butler County player just took his helmet off on the sideline, and that's going to be a penalty flag. And that's going to give Grayson County the ball, and it was hard for us to see. But, man, it looked close that the Butler County player touched it. The official says that he did. Grayson County might catch a huge, huge, huge break in this situation. They're going to talk this over. This is one of these that you need replay and everything, and I don't know. It was really close, and obviously that official was the closest one to it, and we really don't have an angle from up here. I thought he did, but it was weird to me that the Butler County player did not move forward. So here comes the call from the official. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct called against Butler County, and that's unbelievable. That's crazy. So it's a muffed punt that Grayson's going to get the ball placed at the 17-yard line. And if you're Grayson County with 23.6 seconds to play, you have to score a touchdown. No question about this. You got to put this one in the end zone. You just caught a huge break. Grayson does have one timeout remaining if they want to take it. Decker goes under center. He rolls out to pass down the near side, looks to pass, throws into the flat. It's complete to Toms. He takes the hit across the 5, diving towards the pylon. He is down at the 1-yard line. No, the ball's out, and Butler County comes down with it, says the officials. The ball comes out, and they're talking this over. What is the call? We still have not seen an official direction saying it's Butler County ball. I guess it is Butler County ball. We still have not seen anything officially, but Butler County gets the ball right back, and that was really, really close to Tom's already being in the end zone. And again, I don't know. We didn't have the angle on it, but Butler County is going to get the ball. And I think in this situation, if you're Butler with 13.3 seconds and what has happened, you're running into the halftime and taking the ball and let's get in here without anybody getting hurt and without anything else happening that is crazy in this situation. Wow. Butler, though, they're going to spread it out here. Trips to the near side. Will Henderson try to throw one deep? They do have one timeout to remaining. Henderson going to roll out to the far side. They're going to throw a jump ball over the middle. The pass. They got the height of Fleener. Will they test it in this situation? They'll move it back to the 12. So the ball's back to the 12-yard line. 7 seconds on the first half clock. It is 14-12. Butler County leads this one against Grayson, and we're going to have a false start. They're going to run the clock, and they're just going to say, let's get out of here. Oh, it was a knee down by Jagger Henderson. Well, at the end of the first half, Butler County leads Grayson County 14-12. The Cougars head into the locker room. They're going to have to try and figure out a plan to take this one away. We'll take a break, come back, and regather. This is Cougar football on K105.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. but there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Six.
Cougar football on K105.
A first half to forget, or really a second quarter to forget for Grayson County as they trail this one 14-12 at the half against the Butler County Bears. As it is homecoming tonight here at Grayson County High School as the homecoming festivities are getting ready to get underway. Footballs are flying at me here in the press box. And again, this is not a half that Grayson County is going to want to remember in this situation. And in this halftime, I would love to be a fly on the wall and hear what Coach Jones is saying, because the offense started off incredibly good where they were just running the ball down the throat. The defense hadn't had an answer for Butler County at all. And really there weren't a lot of possessions in this first half of play. And in that last not even just the last minute, in the last 30 seconds, one of the more crazier situations that you're going to see in football, where there was a muffed punt, which is a fumble for Butler County, which is another $50 donated by Sheriff Chaffins to the Grayson County football alumni, or the football boosters. So that's $350 that Sheriff Chaffins is going to have to give out here to the boosters. But the Cougars then get the ball and immediately give the ball back on a bang-bang play in the end zone that the officials said that the ball was out. And again, we don't have an angle on it. We don't know. It was just really hard for us to see. But if you're Grayson County, you're going to have to figure something out. Figure it out quick. We're going to take a break. Come back. If you're watching on K105 Digital Productions, we'll take just a short break and bring you back, and you'll at least be able to watch the homecoming festivities. This is Cougar football on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars trail the Bears at the half 14-12. If you're watching with us, the homecoming festivities are going on right now. I know that they're introducing both. I think they just announced the freshman class. Looks like they're doing sophomores and so on. We might not be able to bring you the entirety of the homecoming festivities here tonight, but we'll be sure to bring you the winners if you're watching it. In fact, that they're now introducing the sophomores right now. So they just did the freshman winners, so they're continuing to do the sophomores. The Cougar band is there to direct them as they walk down. And if you're Grayson County right now, you're trailing 14-12. It is a 2-point game. Butler County, though, does get the ball to start here. They get the ball to start the second half of play, and the defense is going to have to find a way to slow down Butler County. There's just no other way to put it. As the Bears on their first drive, the reason why they didn't necessarily score was because they had penalties that moved them backwards. But their last two drives, they went, 9 plays one drive and 13 plays the other one. And that is not good if you're Grayson County. You've got to find a way to slow down this Bear offense. And then at the same time, you move the ball incredibly well on your first two drives, and then your last two, you didn't have much success at all. I mean, you went 3 and out your last two drives, and then, if you want to count the last one that you fumbled the ball, but it's just you're going to have to find a way if you're Grayson County to get back to what you were doing. You got to find a way to slow down Butler County because, listen, it might – it's the most simple thing in the world to say, and, it might sound in a way like an idiot, but you can't win if you don't score more points than the other team. And, it's one of these things you don't want to get into a shootout with a team like Butler County because they do have some high-powered offense. Grayson County can be high-powered in their own right, but if you're Grayson, you just got to forget about the offensive success that you had in the first two games. Forget about the offensive non-success you had in the second quarter. Just play Grayson County football here coming up in this third and fourth quarter. Coming up here, we are going to jump into our Cougars in the Classroom segment as we're going to take a trip to the Grayson County High School. If you're watching with us on K105 Digital Productions, we'll give you 2 more minutes of homecoming festivities, and then we're going to have to jump into Cougars in the Classroom. So again, that comes up next right here on K105.
While the Cougar athletic teams get most of the spotlight from the community, it's in the classroom where they first learn to succeed. This season, we will be featuring some of the people and programs that are making a difference in the lives of Grayson County students. Tonight's Cougars in the Classroom, presented by McDonald's of Leitchfield, takes us to the Grayson County High School where students are learning about cultural diversity.
I always wanted to be a teacher since I was little. I didn't think I wanted to be a high school teacher, but one day I got to sub here and I was like, this is what I want.
Maribel Ray is a Spanish teacher at Grayson County High School. For Ray, Spanish is more than just another class.
I mean, my family is from Mexico, and even though I was raised in the United States, most of my family is from Mexico, and I do feel that I have a lot of the culture, the accent, and the culture, the feelings, the way of thinking. I think differently, and that's why I feel the need that other people need to understand how we think and how we act and what's our normal.
Ray hopes that students will be able to use the skills attained in the class in whatever career they choose.
Culture, basic language of Spanish, whatever you're going to need out there in the field.
For students at GCHS, Spanish class is more than just learning new words.
Tell them, do you want to learn about the food? I usually start with the food because I know we all like to eat. But the food is something that we can start with. And then the music, do you want to learn what other people around the world listen to? People your age or people your age, what do they eat? How do they think? How do they live? And usually that gets them interested.
With her background, Ray knows firsthand how important it is to understand those from other parts of the world. She hopes that Spanish class can help with just that.
There's always, just think about when you work in any job, you always have somebody that is from somewhere else. They come from somewhere, their family, their heritage is from somewhere, so we have the need to learn about each other.
GCHS also offers French and German in addition to Spanish class. Ray believes all these classes are important for one big reason.
Cultural diversity. We have, like I said before, we have people that is coming more and more from other places, and we need to get used to it, and we need to learn about them.
She hopes that the learning isn't just limited to the classroom.
Get involved in their classes, because what we learn here, it's so cool, but sometimes it just stays here. We need to get it out there. Everybody needs to know about other people and learn about each other.
Ray's biggest goal for the class is to be able to communicate and understand other individuals from different backgrounds.
Nowadays, we have a lot more people from other countries, especially in the United States. We have people from everywhere, and we see the need that we need to acculturate and learn more about other people's cultures. So we feel better when we see somebody else, and we also understand why they think or act different than us.
I am Chase Blaine reporting for Cougars in the Classroom, brought to you by McDonald's of Leitchfield. The halftime show will continue in just a moment.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Jason.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19, and that means calling ahead instead of going directly to a doctor or hospital if you're sick. It means being more patient. We're all in this together, and we all have a role in preventing the spread. So, prepare, focus on the essentials, protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233. .105.
Cougar football on K105.
Grayson County and Butler County here at the half. It is Butler 14, Grayson 12 as both teams are getting ready to take the field. The Bears are taking the field right now to begin their warm-ups. Grayson County's been out for a couple of minutes, and I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that conversation. If you're Brian Jones, the Cougars got on the board first, an eight-play drive that ended in a 9-yard touchdown run by Chandler McCready. They were up 6-0 after the extra point was no good. Butler County forced a punt. Grayson County answered immediately. An 11-play drive that ended in a 2-yard touchdown run by Michael Wood, and it was 12-0 Cougars, and it looked like the blue and orange were going to roll. Well, Butler County had a different answer. They turned in a 13-play drive, 69 yards that took 5 minutes off the clock that ended in a 7-yard touchdown pass from Henderson to Silcox to make it a 12-8 game as they scored on the 2-point conversion. And then Butler County had an answer as well, a 1-yard touchdown run by Dunnels to put them up 14-12, and that is what our score is right now. Bears are going to have the ball to start the second half of play. That comes up next right here on K105.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
When someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
Cougar football on K105.
A big second half comes up here. Butler County leads 14-12, and they get the ball to start this second half of play. We do want to recognize, as we get ready to start the second half, it is homecoming tonight. Want to recognize the winners from tonight's halftime festivities. The Princess Izzy Weedman, Prince Manchester DeCastro, Queen Kate Elmore, and the King is Anthony Shirley. So congratulations to those winners for Grayson County High School's 2021 homecoming. King, Queen, Prince, and Princess. Cougars going to kick from left to right on your radio dial. Butler County leads 14-12. The Bears have scored 14 unanswered in this game to take this lead and where we are at right now. Kaylor Decker throwing on the sideline with assistant coach Nick Rager. So Kane to kick this away from left to right. Back deep to return is Gage Beasley for the Bears. And Grayson right now, this first defensive possession and first offensive possession are going to be huge in this game. Right now, momentum is wearing blue and white. Jackson Kane, a booming kick that is going to take a bounce and roll down at the 5-yard line, and it's picked up at the 2 by Beasley, and he runs around, got nowhere to go, and Grayson wraps him up at the 5. He was just running around in circles. Hunter Toms and Michael Wood came in there and said, okay, well, if you just want to run around in circles, we'll come get you. And that is exactly what Grayson County needed to start this second half of play. And I'm sure when Brandon Embry, Butler County head coach, goes back and watches the tape on this, he's going to tell him, listen, you can't just run in circles. Go get something. Because right now, they have the ball placed on their own 5-yard line. It's by far the worst field position that either team has had here in this game. So it's 14-12. Butler leads Grayson. They're going to go in this formation again that they ran a little bit in their second drive of the game with Henderson in the shotgun formation. It's a handoff in the backfield, right side Silcox. He slips a tackle, keeps the legs moving, and he's end up maybe even lose a yard on the play. As he carries it across that right side, and he does lose 1 yard on the run. And you can tell immediately that this Grayson County defense, I'm sure that they had some words said to them in the halftime that they haven't heard at all this season. In fact, I can almost guarantee that. Because it was not a good first half at all for the orange and blue. And the first 2 plays have gone very well. Now you need to turn this into a couple of more in a row. Henderson looks to pass it, to jump pass over the middle, complete to Fleener. He's across the first down marker. It's a really good play call as they faked the handoff. They did the jump passes. Fleener was running up the seam, and he catches that up to the 17-yard line, 13-yard pickup, first down Bears. That was a good play call. Brandon Embry, the head coach for the Bears, draws that one up to perfection. So Butler County picks up the first down. 11 minutes to play here in the third quarter. It is Grayson trailing Butler 14-12. Shotgun, Henderson going to roll down here to the near side, scans the defense, now looks back towards the far side, throws over the middle. Again, it is complete to Fleener, and he's brought down at the 26-yard line. Nice tackle in there for Grayson County. Hunter Felty got him before he was able to get the momentum moving much more further, but that's still a pickup of about 9 yards. As it's up to the 26-yard line. And he needed to get to the 27, so it's second down and 1 for the Bears, 10.5 to play here in the third quarter. Henderson scans the defense, trips to the right side for Butler, 1 here to the near side. Bears moving from right to left on your radio dial. Dunnels goes in motion from the right side of Henderson to the left side, and he carries it across the right side. He's got the first down and more. Up to the 32-yard line on the run. That's a 6-yard pickup on the run by the junior Colton Dunnels, 5'10", 249-pound fullback. Grayson's had no answer for Dunnels. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 32-yard line for Butler, under 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. Shotgun formation. Trips to the right side, 1 here to the near side. Henderson will pass, 3-step drops. He's got a scramble, runs around and throws, and it is complete in the flat. The pass is complete to McKee, but he's wrapped up and brought down after a pickup of about 5 yards by Grayson County. Hunter Felty in there on the tackle for the Cougars as it's up to the 36-yard line, give him 4 yards. Second down and 6 coming up for Butler. And really, after having a great kickoff return, a kickoff coverage, and a great first play, Cougar defense looks like they're back to where they were in that first half, and I'm sure that the Cougar coaching staff is scratching their head right now on the sideline. So it'll be second down and 6. Shotgun formation, Dunnels to the left, this time of Henderson. Henderson will look, throws over the middle, pass complete to Fleener, and he dropped it. He dropped the pass. He had a whole lot of green space in front of him. But Fleener drops it on the post play, and that is a gift for Grayson County because Solomon Fleener was guaranteed to probably pick up 10 or 15 more yards, if not more than that. As I do see Cooper Goff, Grayson County linebacker and starting fullback, is on the sideline in street clothes, and it appears his foot is in a boot, so that's something to keep an eye on here. So shotgun here again for Henderson. They don't go under center. Cougars get back on sides. They jumped off, come back. And now they're going to run some men in motion. They come back in and do a bunch set and pull everybody inside. And it's a handoff. Dunnels up the middle, lowers the shoulder, and he's going to get about 2 yards before being driven backwards by Grayson County. Multiple Cougars were in there. Looked like Bruce was the first man to touch him, along with Felty. So they'll give him up to the 38. So it's a 2-yard pickup. And it'll be fourth down for Butler County. That was third down. You got to imagine that Bears are going to punt this. I can't imagine that you go for it. It's fourth down and about 4. But Silcox is the punter. He does have speed. This could be your chance here if you're Butler to maybe go for it and run a fake punt of some situation. But I think you got to punt this one deep. Silcox will let it fly, and it is a nice punt by Zach Silcox that is caught at the 30-yard line by Grayson County, and that is exactly where he's done, as he is suplex thrown down Jaron Van Meter. And the Grayson County faithful want something there, as Jaron Van Meter was just picked up and thrown down like a sack of potatoes. So Grayson County does have the ball here with 8 minutes and 11 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Defense did their job. And it's going to be Grayson County ball on their own 31-yard line. Cougar offense, their first 2 drives were fantastic. Their next 3 drives were not very good. Hunter Felty is going to deliver the call into the huddle, so I'm wondering if Felty is going to come into the game at quarterback or if they're going to go back to this Michael Wood, Hunter Felty look in the backfield, and it appears that that's what they will do. But it looks like Toms might be joining him in the backfield. It's a direct snap to Wood across the left side. He's across the 30, back towards the middle at the 35-yard line, keeps the feet moving up to the 37, pushing forward to the 40-yard line. What a run by Michael Wood. He's up to the 40-yard line. He's short of the first down marker, but he's short by maybe about 6 inches. What a run by Michael Wood. So it'll be second down and inches coming up here for Grayson. That's interesting that Brian Jones is going to go back here to Hunter Felty at quarterback after Kaylor Decker took a couple of drives, didn't have much success passing the ball. So they'll go back to Felty, who is, he didn't pass the ball at all. They were just giving it to Michael Wood and letting him go almost in a wildcat. Bears showing blitz. Direct snap again to Wood, left side, gets across the first down marker. That's all he needed to do. He gets it up to about the 41.5-yard line. First down, Cougars. So they'll end up giving him about 2 there on the run. 7 minutes, 14 seconds to play here in the third quarter. It is 14-12. Grayson trails Butler. Chandler McCready is now into the game for the Grayson. And Kaylor Decker also into the game for Grayson. So how about Brian Jones here kind of going in and out, trying to give some different looks. Hunter Felty goes down. He's talking with trainer Scott on the sideline. I'm not sure if that's just saying, hey, how are you? Or if hopefully it's nothing serious for Felty. They'll go I formation here for Decker. And it's going to be faking the no, it is a handoff to McCready. Big hole, 45-50, across the 45-40, outside the numbers 30. Penalty flag comes down as McCready is down to the 25-yard line. Big run for McCready, but some laundry is on the field. We'll see what this penalty call might be on. And it is holding on the Cougars, I believe is what the official said. Well, maybe not. So that'll move. It'll be a first down, Grayson. It will be a first down for Grayson County on the big run by Chandler McCready, but it's going to come back a little bit on the holding call, so they'll officially give it up to the 38-yard line. So it still turns out to be a 20-yard pickup, counting the penalty in that situation. 6 minutes, 27 seconds and counting. It is Butler 14, Grayson 12. Under center again goes Decker. The deep back is McCready. And it is another handoff to McCready. Slips a tackle in the backfield across the 35, across the 30, and brought down from behind at about the 29-yard line. Nice run there by Chandler McCready. Give him 9 yards, and it'll be second down and 1 coming up for Grayson. I think this is one of these situations where now McCready ran the ball maybe 3 times in the first half. He's got fresh legs out there. This might be some of the game plan for Brian Jones, is to give some fresh legs. Hunter Felty back into the game for Grayson, as is Kaylor Decker. So now you got 2 quarterbacks into the game. What does he do here? We have seen Felty pass the ball in a halfback pass situation. Felty is the fullback. McCready is the running back. It's the I formation. The senior quarterback, Decker, under center. Handoff, McCready slips a tackle in the backfield. He isn't going to slip the next one. And he's going to end up losing maybe a yard on the play. 14-12, 5 minutes, 10 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Grayson County trails Butler County, 14-12. So again, they're going back and forth with Decker and Felty/Wood taking snaps out of the backfield. They'll go I formation this time. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Grayson, big play. Decker up the middle, keeps it on the quarterback sneak, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Waiting for an official signal, and there it comes. First down, Cougars. He gets it up to the 28-yard line, give him 2 yards, and the Grayson County offense continues to move the ball on this drive. They're going back to what they had success in. They were running the ball down the throat of Butler County in the first half, went away from him a little bit in the second quarter. Now they're going back to it, and Butler does not have an answer. They'll go I again. One wide receiver down here to the near side and another one in the slot for Grayson. Offset I formation. It's a pitch here to the near side to McCready. Stutter step in the backfield across the 26-yard line. And he's brought down from behind by Silcox. And also in there was Morris for Butler County. And he'll give it up to the 26-yard line. So only 2 yards on the pickup there for McCready on the run. 4:10 to play here in the first in the third quarter. It is 14-12. Grayson trailing Butler County. The Cougar student section trying to cheer on their offense. It's good to have them back in this situation. It's an I formation. Handoff McCready up the middle across the 25. Slips a tackle at the 20. Can't keep it going. As a shoestring tackle in there by, it's a number 8 who's not on my roster for Butler County. And he seems like he's a little bit slow to get up. It actually might have been a number 6, Landon Binion. And he immediately falls down, and you do not want to see that at all. It's a 6-yard pickup. Immediately the training staff goes to reach out and meet him there. But with 3 minutes and 56 seconds to play here in the third quarter, Butler still leads 14-12. It'll be Grayson County ball, 3rd down and a couple. See if we can't bring you some score updates from around the region. Central Hardin has defeated John Hard tonight 24-7. The Bruins are now 4-0 this year. Edmonson County trails Hancock County 37-8 early in the fourth quarter of that game, as that is a running clock situation in that one. Owensboro leads Owensboro Catholic 21-7 halfway through the third quarter. Going on in the Owensboro area tonight. Final scores: Louisville Central defeats Belfry 37-6. That's a final score. Try to see what other scores we might want to bring you that might have an interest to you right now. That appears most that I can see. Mayfield leads McCracken County 25-7. 10 minutes to play in the third quarter of that. And we continue to scroll. That's about all we see right now to bring you. The Butler County player still down on the play. He's going to get up and walk off on his own power, so that's a good sign. We'll try to see here what other scores at the half. Greenwood leads Warren Central 42-6. And it appears that that's most of the scores that we have to bring you right now. McLean leads Muhlenberg 30-20. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. So good game going on. Believe that game's happening in Calhoun tonight. Clock is blown, 3rd down and short coming up for Grayson. I formation, Decker under center. Big play coming here. It's a pitch to McCready in the near side. He's up across the 20. Forward momentum gets him up to about the 18-yard line, which is about where he needed to go. It'll all depend on the spot, but early returns are positive for the blue and orange. Head official looks down the line to see if it's enough. No, he's not. I thought he had enough, but apparently he did not. It'll be 4th down and inches for Grayson. He has the ball on the 18-yard line. He needs to get it to the 17.5. Huge play in this game coming up. I'm sure that you're going to see a quarterback sneak right up the middle by Decker. That's exactly what he does. Moves forward, and it looks like he got it across the left side. He needed to get to the 17, and that's exactly where he looks like he got to. There it is. First down, Cougars. They move the chains. 3 minutes, 17 seconds to play in the third quarter. 14-12, Butler County leads Grayson. Ball placed on the 17-yard line for Grayson. This will be the 11th play of the drive for Grayson County. It's already taken over 5 minutes off the clock. I formation. They'll hand it off again to McCready. Across the 15, across the 10, outside the numbers, slung down at the 5-yard line. The Butler County player just reached out and grabbed him. And Chandler McCready is slow to get up on that sideline for Grayson. And that's the last thing that Grayson County needs in this situation. He immediately rolls over onto his back, and that is not a good thing at all because you could immediately see the Butler County player, as he was tackling him, turned and immediately looked at him, asking almost if he is okay. And that is not a good sign for Grayson County. Chandler McCready down on the field with 2 minutes and 21 seconds. He does make the carry up to the 6-yard line, 11 yards on the run. McCready down on the sideline, and we are going to take a break. As we'll take a break, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the third quarter, 14-12. Cougars trail. This is Cougar football on K.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated.
Here we come, Grayson County. It'll be first down and goal from the 6. Decker, handoff left side to Michael Wood. He's inside the 5-yard line towards the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Cougars. Michael Wood, a 6-yard touchdown run, and Grayson County has retaken the lead. That is what Grayson County needed. And the Cougars now lead this one 18-14. And I'm not sure what the wait here is. Grayson County is going to go for it. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Grayson going to try and make it a 6-point lead. They lead 18-14 in this situation right now. Under center will go Decker. Michael Wood is the deep back behind him. They have 2 wide receivers to the left side. Butler showing blitz. The pitch to Wood across the left side. He tries to get up towards the goal line, and he is going to be stopped short. 18-14. Grayson County does retake the lead with 2:13 to play in the third quarter. This is Cougar football on K105.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSIkids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSIkids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Has retaken the lead here, 18-14, 2 minutes and 13 seconds to play here in the third quarter. They will kick this ball away to Butler County. Jackson Kane to kick from left to right on your radio dial. Cougars again have taken the lead back. The kick from Kane. Kick to the near side, and it's going to bounce to the 5-yard line. Takes a bounce, and it is going to die at the 1-yard line. What a perfect kick by Jackson Kane. And the return, he's going to be taken up to the 10-yard line. Jackson Kane could not have rolled that one out better, and he could probably not do that again if he tried. What a kick by Jackson Kane as it bounced at the 1 yard line and took a bounce up the goal line and did not roll in. Butler County's player luckily got at least a somewhat decent return up to the 10 yard line. 2:09 to play here in the third quarter. So it'll go one running back on each side of the senior Henderson. Handoff right side, Silcox on the run. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards, and a Cougar player goes flying after the play. And that might be on Butler County. As a Grayson County player hit the deck, I believe that was Hunter Felty that fell down and went flying after the play. Dead ball, personal foul, called against Butler County. So Butler County is going to get a personal foul after the play after picking up about 4 or 5 yards. And as you can see, if you look on that Butler County sideline, you do not see one coach upset, which to me says it was the right call. And again, all I could see from my vantage point was a Grayson County player go flying after the play. So to go up here, ball is going to be moved back to, looks like the 8 yard line. So it'll be first down, or second down as after the play, so it'll be second down at about 11 or 12. Trips here to the near side, shotgun formation for Henderson, one wide receiver. Dunnels moves from the left to the right of the senior Henderson. Henderson takes the hip-high snap, hands it off to Dunnels. He goes across the left side and gets it up to the 12-yard line. 4-yard pickup for the senior Dunnels, and that'll bring up third down and about 8 or 9 for the blue Butler County Bears. Of course, these two teams have split the last 4 matchups, but all 4 of those were decided by 30-plus points. Tonight has been anything but that. These two teams have been very even on this field. In fact, these two teams played in 7-on-7. Grayson County won by a touchdown in that one as well. It was foreseeing the future. Trips to the right side. One wide receiver all alone here to the near side. A man in motion. Silcox will go from the far side to the near side to go 4 out. Henderson in the backfield. And we have a timeout whistled, and it is going to be taken by Butler County. 57.7 seconds on the clock here. It is 18-14. Grayson County leads the Bears of Butler County. Try to see if we can't find you any scores to bring you as we're waiting, but if you're just joining us, how this game has gone in, Grayson County jumped out to a 12-0 lead. Butler County added 14 unanswered. Some weird plays happened at the end of the first half. Grayson County recovered a muffed punt by Butler County to get the ball in their own red zone, and then on their next play fumbled the ball to give the ball, and fumbled the ball in the end zone to give the ball back to Butler County. Cougars ended up scoring on their first possession of this second half to take the 18-14 lead, which is where we stand right now. The Cougar faithful come to their feet. The defense trying to cheer themselves on. Third down and 9 coming up for Butler. The whistle is blown. Shotgun for Henderson. Henderson will pass. 2-step drop. Scrambles out to the right side. Throws. It is complete near the first down marker, and Fleener slips a tackle and picks up the first down. Solomon Fleener caught that one right at the first down marker, got up to the 25-yard line, and that is going to be enough for a first down. Butler County 13-yard pickup. Butler going to go hurry up now. Shotgun Henderson, handoff Dunnels. Right up the middle he goes, and he'll pick up a couple of yards on the run. Multiple Cougars in there on the tackle. Hunter Felty was the first one in there. And it's carried up to the 29-yard line, give him 4 yards. Again, hurry up look here for Butler. They have not moved this fast in this game tonight. Henderson looks towards the sideline. He'll slow it down just a little bit. Now he takes a snap, rolls out on an option run. It's a quarterback sweep right side, and he's stopped after a short gain on the play across that right side. So he had blockers as he had Dunnels lead him on the way. And they'll give it up here to the 34-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup. And that's the final play of the third quarter. Grayson County leads Butler County 18-14 as we head to quarter number 4. This is Cougar football on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
It'll be third down and short here for Butler County. Start of the fourth quarter, Grayson County leads 18-14. Sam Gormley with you tonight as the Cougars looking to move to pick up their third win on the season, but Butler County has been a thorn in their side. And a whistle is blown. I think they snapped before the officials were ready. No, offsides called against Grayson. And the Cougar coaching staff, a couple of them held up their hands, but Brian Jones immediately nodded his head and said it was the right call, and that's going to be an automatic first down for Butler. If you're Grayson, you can't allow penalties like that to happen. So moves it up here to the 38-yard line. So first down and 10 coming up for Butler. It's on their own 38 as we start the second quarter, the fourth quarter of play. Again, it is 18-14, Grayson leading Butler. They'll go shotgun. Henderson with Dunnels to his right. He'll fake the handoff. Now he'll give it to Silcox on the counter. Silcox hurdles a man at the 40-yard line, and a penalty flag comes in from the backfield. As Silcox jumped right over Jaron Van Meter, but multiple penalty flags come in. And you would appear that this might be against the Bears, because the coaching staff for Grayson County is throwing flags, imaginary flags of their own. It is a hold called against the Bears. So that'll move the ball back for Butler County. And they'll officially move this back. In fact, I thought I saw him say personal foul the way that he delivered the call, but I didn't see a personal foul, so it's moved back to the 24-yard line. So this turns out to be first down and 25 for Butler. That's huge. Huge in this game. I thought I saw him do personal foul, but I didn't see a personal foul on the play. But you know what, Grayson County, that's a big play in this one. So it'll be first down and long for Butler County. They'll go a bunch set, man in motion. Henderson will fake the handoff to him, scrambles, he'll throw back to Silcox, and it's complete at the 27-yard line. Silcox slips a tackle. He's still going, and he's brought down at the 41-yard line, and Butler picks up 2 where they were originally brought down, so it turns out to be nothing on that penalty. Big-time gain up to the 43-yard line, gives Silcox 19 yards. And now Zach Silcox is slow to get up for the Bears, as you can give him up to the 43-yard line, 19 yards, and hopefully Zach Silcox is okay. Looks like he might be cramping the way that they're stretching him out. 10 minutes and 47 seconds to play in tonight's game. It is Grayson 18, Butler 14. Final score from Brownsville. Hancock County has defeated Edmonson County 37-8. Score at the end of the third quarter. Bowling Green leads Hopkinsville 24-0. Let's see, Davis County leads. They're playing a team from Indiana 14-7 halfway through the third quarter. McLean County leads Muhlenberg County 42-20 at the end of the third quarter of that game. Nelson County all over Marion County 44-0. That score is a final. And LaRue County falls to Rockcastle County tonight by a final score of 22-0. So those are some of the final scores that we have to bring you right now in this situation. In fact, Floyd Central is who Davis County is playing tonight, and they have just knotted that game up at 14-14 with 1 minute and 22 seconds to play in that contest. 18-14, Grayson County leads this one against Butler County. 10 minutes and 47 seconds to play. Second down and 5 coming up here for Butler County. 10 minutes, 47 seconds to play tonight's game. This has been a great football game here today. Just a great game. They'll go shotgun, 2 wide receivers on each side. They'll hand it off to Dunnell's left side, swallowed up at the line by Grayson County. In there first was Hall for the tackle for Grayson. No gain on the play. Third down and 5 coming up. Substitutions coming in. Keaton Hodges takes a seat for Grayson County. Jaron Van Meter will go back in. 10 minutes, 15 seconds and counting. Grayson County trying to pick up their 3rd win on this season. Butler County, though, trying to pick up their 3rd win of their own as well. Henderson goes shotgun. He'll hand it off to Silcox. Ball's out. Ball's on the turf. I don't know who comes down with it. It appears Grayson's got it, and they do. Cougar football. Put the ball on the turf. Grayson County takes it away, and they'll have the ball in their own territory. Exactly what they needed there, and that is another $50 donation from Sheriff Norman Chaffins to the Grayson County Booster Program. $400 is now the total going on in this season. Sheriff Chaffin's going to let it fly at the end of the year. Grayson has a chance here to make this a 2-possession game. 9:57 to play in the game. Ball placed at the Butler 36-yard line. It's a handoff McCready. He tries to break it back towards the middle, and he'll go forward, pick up no gain. And now if you're Grayson, your best friend in the entire world is standing behind the left end zone, about 25 yards behind it, and that's the good old clock. It's the best friend if you're wearing blue and orange tonight. 9 minutes, 25 seconds and counting. Grayson leads 18-14. Under center goes Kaylor Decker. It's the I formation. Butler County showing blitz up the middle. They bring it. It'll be a handoff. McCready spins away from a tackle in the backfield. He's across, tried to get to the 35-yard line, but is driven backwards, and he somehow got out of the way of the backfield, and that's a really good sign to see Chandler back in the game after leaving with an injury that didn't look good. So they'll give him back to the 37-yard line, so it's a 2-yard loss. 3rd down and 12 coming up for Grayson. Michael Wood is going to check in for Grayson. Hunter Felty will check out. Kaylor Decker will check into the game. 3rd down and long. What can Grayson County do in this situation? Shotgun for Decker. 2 wide receivers on each side, and a timeout is going to be whistled and taken by Brian Jones. We'll take it with him. 8:24 to go. Cougs up 18-14. This is Cougar football on K105.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life.
Grayson County didn't take the full minute of the timeout and had a pass completion for just a couple of yards up to the 33-yard line. So it's a 4-yard pickup. 4th down, about 8. It would be a 51-yard field goal. I can't imagine that they're going to run Jackson Kane into this situation here. Cougars are going to go for it. Under 8 minutes to play, they lead 18-14. This is a big play in this game. 2 wide receivers on each side. It's the shotgun for Decker. Butler showing blitz across the right side. They're going to bring it. Decker has got a scramble, and he's brought down on the play. And they blow the play dead, I believe. And it is going to be offsides called against Butler County. And I thought that the defensive end was lined up offsides, but the official didn't blow it dead. And that was Jake McKee coming across the near side. And they're going to talk this over, but I do believe that that is a good call by the officials. It is offsides called against Butler. So it's going to move Grayson. Now the ball up to the 20. No, they're going to just move it to the 30-yard line. So it'll be 4th down and 4 coming up here for Grayson County. 7.5 minutes to play in tonight's game. Huge play tonight. What can Grayson County draw up? 18-14, they lead. Decker going to go shotgun. McCready to his right, 2 wide receivers on each side. They have to get to the 25-yard line. Decker to pass. Ball fake, drives over to the right side. He's got a scramble, gets away now towards the near side. Looks to throw, throws one up top, and it is off the hands and incomplete. Michael Wood almost came down with an unbelievable catch, but the Cougars will turn the ball over on downs. That was almost a crazy catch by Michael Wood. Ball placed now to the 29-yard line. So Butler has the ball on their own 29, 7:03 to play. They trail by 4. They'll go shotgun. For Henderson, they fumbled the ball on their last play. They fake the handoff throw on the post route. It is complete across the 40-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st down. As that pass was complete to Silcox, he gets it up to the 41-yard line. That's a 12-yard pickup. Actually, it's up more to the 42, so it's 13 yards. Butler County moving the ball, and again, this would be for the lead if they would score a touchdown on this drive. 6 minutes, 45 seconds to play here in tonight's game. Grayson leads 18-14. Henderson in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Dunnels. Left side, he's swallowed up, but the second effort moves him forward across the 45. He somehow gets to the second level of the defense, and that's where he's brought down up to the 46-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup. 6 minutes, 20 seconds to play. The Cougar coaching staff cheering, trying to get some noise from the Cougar student section who's standing right behind him. 2nd down and 6. And it is going to be kept by Henderson. He gets outside the numbers across the 50-yard line. He's got room if he wants to work, and he's stopped across into Grayson County territory at the 40-yard line by Michael Wood. Give him 14 yards on the run, and Butler County moving the ball here under 6 minutes to play. Bears lead 18-14. This is not a good feeling here if you're Grayson County, because Butler's doing whatever they want. And if you're Butler County, you're in this situation here where, how much time do you kill? How much time do you want to give Grayson? But at the same time, you just want to score 6 if you're Butler County and you're Brandon Embry in this situation. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. Butler working from left to right. It's a handoff. Dunnels up the left side. And he squirts through the hole and gets up to the 35-yard line. 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5 coming up here for Butler. In fact, actually, they stop him a little bit short on that. Not really the greatest spot. So they give him back to the 36-yard line. You can tell this Cougar defense is tired. You see some hands on the hips out there. They've played a lot on the defensive side of the ball. Butler County has held the ball a lot in this game. Ball placed on the Grayson 36-yard line. 2nd down and 6 for Butler, under 5 minutes to play. It's Grayson 18, Butler 14. It'll be shotgun formation, Dunnels to the left. Silcox goes in motion, and he's going to get it on the jet sweep. He gets around, not going to get away from the second one. Breaking through and making a tackle in the backfield, Ben Rogers for Grayson County. Huge play in this game for Grayson. Loss of 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 11 for Butler County. 4:20 to play in tonight's game. 18-14. Grayson hangs on to the 4-point advantage. It'll go shotgun. Henderson to pass. 2-step drop, steps up, throws over the middle, and it is incomplete. Intended in the backfield for Luke Laughing. But 3 Cougars were there, including Grayson Chaffins. The true freshman comes up with a big play in defense. 4th down and 11 for Butler County. 4:08 to play. This is a huge play in this game. Butler County needs to get the ball to about the 30-yard line. They have it at the 41. Shotgun formation, 2 on each side for Henderson. It's a low snap. Henderson will roll out here towards the near side. Steps up, throws to Fleener, and it is complete to Solomon Fleener for the 1st down. Solomon Fleener catches that one up to the 27-yard line, give him 14 yards and a 1st down Cougars, or 1st down Bears rather. Under 4 minutes to play. They'll give it up to the 28-yard line. Now Butler is in the situation where they can slow down a little bit and make sure that they don't give Grayson much time if they do score a touchdown in this situation. As it'll come up here, 1st down and 10, ball placed on the Grayson 28-yard line. Again, it is 18-14. Grayson leads Butler, but the Bears are driving deep into Grayson County territory. The Cougars led at one point 12-0. Butler County led 14-12. Grayson took the lead 18-14 in the 3rd quarter. It's a handoff Dunnels. He tries to get across this near side, and he's brought down at the 26-yard line. In there on the tackle, Jaron Van Meter for Grayson County. You can give him 2 yards on the pickup up to the 26. And Dunnels is slow to get up. And he is going to, and the clock is rolling here in this situation. And now the official is going to stop it as Dunnels falls to his back. It is 18-14. Grayson County leads this. It'll be Butler County ball, 2nd down and 8 with the ball placed in the 26-yard line. Colton Dunnels slow to get up. And I'll tell you, Colton Dunnels, he's played himself a great game today. There's no doubt about that. I have a score to bring you right now. 23.8 seconds remaining. Apollo leads North Hardin 10-7. It's a score to bring you. Try to see what else. Russellville leads Warren East 34-7, 9:50 to play in that game. And that's really all of the scores that we have to bring you as of this second. 3:03 to play in tonight's game, though, here. Butler County has the ball, 2nd down and 8 on their own 26-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. On the GC 26. Dunnels is going to walk off on his own power. Final score to bring you: Atherton defeats Thomas Nelson 34-20. It's one final that just comes in right now that might have some interest. Is, of course, we made the trip 1 year ago tomorrow to Thomas Nelson. Out of the timeout, 2nd down and 8. Grayson County leads by 4. Butler County will have the ball placed on the Cougars' 26-yard line. Bears trail by 4, but they are driving deep into Grayson County territory. Henderson going to go all alone in the backfield this time. Got to assume that this is going to be a quarterback sweep here to the near side. Nope, he will pass. 3-step drop, looks to throw into the end zone. He is Fleener, and it is caught. Touchdown Bears. Solomon Fleener, 26-yard touchdown pass, and Butler County has taken the lead here at 20-18. Two minutes, 49 seconds to play. Butler County obviously will go for two in this situation. Well, I mean, in some situations here, kicking an extra point. Again, Butler County has not attempted an extra point. You'd have to go all the way back to the 30th of August of 2019. That makes it a 3-point game. And that you know, you don't get the 2-point conversion. Grayson County does have the ability to kick field goals. Doesn't appear that they're going to go with that. They might not have anybody that can kick it. They're going to go for it. You've got Peralta in the backfield with Henderson. Henderson does trick. It gives it to Silcox left side. Silcox dives towards the end zone, and he is in. Butler County leads 22-18, 2:49 to go. This is Cougar football on K105.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Grayson County trails this one 22-18, 2 minutes and 49 seconds to play in tonight's game. The Cougars are going to have the ball. Hunter Felty slow to get up after that play as he trotted back into the sideline. I think both of these teams are exhausted. This has been a bloodbath tonight. I'm not meaning that in a negative way. It's just been two teams that have gone at one another. It's been a very physical game, but Grayson County is going to get the ball here. 2 minutes and 49 seconds to play. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining, something that we'll have to keep an eye on. So here comes the kick from Butler, and it's actually a pretty good kick caught by Chandler McCready at the 18-yard line. McCready's across the 25, across the 30, breaks the tackle at the 40, across the 50-yard line, brought down. Chandler McCready, big return up to the 49-yard line into Butler County territory. No penalty flags on the play. 2 minutes and 42 seconds to play in tonight's game. They give it up to the 49-yard line, so you can give Chandler McCready just about a 30-yard return on that. Final score to bring you: Owensboro defeats Owensboro Catholic 35-7. The only score we matter right now, though, is this one. Grayson County trails 22-18, 2 minutes 42 seconds to play in tonight's game. Shotgun formation for Decker, trips here to the near side, ball's on the dirt, and Grayson County just has to fall down on top of it. Chandler McCready comes down with it, and that is not a good way to start if you're Grayson, as that'll move them back about 4 or 5 yards. As Grayson County has not had many one-possession games. In fact, they have not had a game decided by, 10 points or less in quite some time. As they have not won a game by 6 points or less since 2014. They haven't won by 7 to 13 points since 2019. Shotgun formation, and Decker will pass, throws the slant. It's complete at the 45-yard line. Jaron Van Meter keeps the legs moving across the 40-yard line near the first down marker. Jaron Van Meter picks up the first down for Grayson County up to the 38-yard line. That's how you answer. Cougars going hurry up. Under 2 minutes to play in tonight's game. 1:54 to play here tonight. Decker Fakes the handoff, rolls, throws a screen. The pass is complete across the outside. He's got space to move across the 30, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Grayson moving the ball with authority here in this one. Give an 11-yard pickup on the pass completion there. 1:45 to play. The clock does stop because the player went out of bounds. Ball placed here at the Butler 27. Kaylor Decker delivers the play call to his team. Can the senior quarterback lead Grayson to victory? Ball placed in the far hash. 22-18, Butler leads Grayson. 1:45 to play, Cougars driving. They'll go shotgun. Decker goes quarterback draw right up the middle, across the 25, across the 20. Keeps the legs moving inside the 15. Kaylor Decker up to the 13-yard line. That's a 14-yard pickup and another first down, Cougars. And now if you're Grayson, they're going to still hurry up. Do they start wasting some time? And a timeout is going to be taken by Butler County in this scenario. Grayson calling their fans to their feet. 22-18, 1 minute, 39 seconds to play in tonight's game. Now, here's the thing that you need to remember, though. Solomon Fleener for Grayson County is 6'4" and has had his way. Grayson County has struggled guarding the pass this season. You want to, at least if you're in my shoes, if you're Brian Jones, take every second you possibly can in this situation. Butler County has one timeout remaining. They have the lead. But Butler County's in this weird situation here where they don't want to take too many timeouts because they don't want to allow Grayson County an opportunity that if they don't get it, to get the ball back. It's just this weird spot. And for a head coach, it's a really tough decision. Brandon Embry is in his 4th season at the helm of this Butler County program. So here they come. It'll be first down and 10 for Grayson. Ball placed on the Butler 13-yard line. 1:39 to play. It is Butler 22, Grayson 18. They'll go shotgun. Ball on the far hash. Decker in the shotgun. They blow the whistle, and here we come. Out of the timeouts. Butler showing blitz. They bring it. They throw a screen. It's off the hands of Michael Wood. And if Wood catches that, that's a 6 points there for Grayson. So it'll be second down and 10 as Grayson saw Butler bring the blitz. And that was almost a really good opportunity there for Grayson. 1:37 to go. Butler County putting some substitutions on that defensive line. Dalton Freeman, the 6'2", 285-pound lineman, checks in. Looks like a little bit of confusion on that Butler County defense. Looks like they get it figured out, though. Second down and 10. Ball placed in the Butler 13-yard line. From the far hash, 1:37 to go. Grayson trails by 4. It's a shotgun formation. High snap. Decker looks to pass. It's complete. Dropped. Dropped by Michael Wood, and that would have been a touchdown for Grayson County. They'll bring up third down and 10. It was a little bit behind Michael Wood, but I'm sure if you asked him, he thinks he should have gotten that one. So it'll be third down and 10 for Grayson. Again, this is 4-down territory. They're down by 4. They've got to score a touchdown. Shotgun here for Decker. The running back McCready is to his right. It's third down and 10. Decker to pass, rolls down here to the near side, gets away from a man. He looks to scramble. He's across the 10-yard line, and he's brought down at the 8. It'll be fourth down and 5 with 1:20 and counting to play. And it's interesting to see what Butler County does here. Actually, it's more like the 9-yard line, so it'll be fourth down and 6. And now a timeout is going to be taken by Grayson County. 1:04 to play in tonight's game. The game comes down to this. One play for Grayson with 1 minute and 4 seconds to play. Grayson needs to get the ball to the 3-yard line, or they could score a touchdown. A field goal does not work in this situation. This has been an unbelievable game here tonight. It'll all come down to this. I thought we had some theatrics last week when Grayson County and McLean County went toe-to-toe in that fourth quarter. It's nothing like this. Butler County trying to pick up their third straight win for the first time since 2016. Grayson County trying to pick up their third win of this season. Right now, Grayson's just trying to survive and advance. Coach Jones told us he was worried about Butler County. They're a better team than they were last year. This is not the team that they beat by 30 points last year. So it all comes down to this. Shotgun formation for Kaylor Decker. McCready is to his right, 1:04 to play. Showing blitz, Butler jumps off sides, and they'll blow the whistle. 4th down and 1 will come up here for Grayson. It's still not the first down. It is 1 yard short of that. They need to get to the 3, but this completely changes things if you're Grayson, because now do you run it up the middle if you're Grayson? Decision time for the second-year head coach, Brian Jones. I mean, you can't draw it up any better than this. It'll be 4th down and 1 from the 4-yard line. Grayson trails 22-18, 1:04 to play in tonight's game. They're going to go shotgun. Kaylor Decker trips to the right side. They need to get 1 yard. They're going to go. Decker's going to keep this across the right side, and it does not look like he got it. He is short. Turnover on downs, and Butler County is going to win the football game. Decker is stopped on the right side, and Butler County is going to defeat Grayson County tonight by a final score of 22-18 with 57.8 seconds to play. So Butler County will just be able to go into the victory formation, and barring something crazy, they'll be able to run this clock out. So they'll go in the victory formation, and barring a bad snap, they'll lower it down, and Butler County's going to pick up a big win. They're going to upset Grayson County tonight by a final score of 22-18. This is a tough one here if you're Grayson. And Brian Jones is going to take a timeout. He's going to force him to snap it a couple more times. This is a tough one if you're Grayson. But you look ahead to next week, and you've got a big one. In fact, I looked down. Graves County's defeated Bullitt East tonight, 48-46. That's a final score. Graves County coming to Leitchfield next week. And listen, Grayson, in a lot of ways, looked unbeatable the first 2 weeks. Tonight, they did not look good. It is a game to forget. If you're Grayson County, they got to move forward and open district play next week against Graves, because if we're being honest, this game means nothing. District play means everything. To Butler County, it means nothing. Sure, it means a lot when it comes to bragging rights and everything like that, but in a lot of ways, it just doesn't mean anything. And they'll throw the knee down. Butler will have to put one more kneel down to close this one out. This is a tough loss for Grayson County here tonight. I want to invite you to tune in to our fifth quarter show after this, as we'll hopefully get a chance to talk to the head coach of the Cougars. We'll run down scoring from around the region and the scores from this game as Butler County throws the knee down, and that will do it. Butler County defeats Grayson County tonight by a final score of 22-18. The Bears are now 3-1. The Cougars are now 2-2, 2-1, depending on how you want to look at it. So Butler County picks up the win here tonight. Grayson County falls 22-18. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. This is Cougar football on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at bethematch.org.
Cougar football on K105.
Not Grayson County's night tonight here in Leitchfield, as the Butler County Bears have defeated the Cougars by a final score of 22-18. Grayson County now picks up their first loss actually on the field here this year. And they now move to 2-2, 2-1, depending on how you want to look at it. And the Butler County faithful, they're letting it have it on the way out. And just one of these at Grayson County, they're going to have to move past. It happened. It's done. You move forward to next week. Coming up, we'll jump into the fifth quarter show. We will run down the scoring from this game, the scores from around the region, hopefully get a chance to talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Brian Jones. This is Cougar football on K105.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. This is what they do.
Get down, get down!
They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives.
Without your Coast Guard, my family wouldn't be here today.
It's dangerous work. Sometimes in our own backyards, sometimes far from home. We're the Coast Guard Foundation, and in times of triumph or tragedy, we're here for them. The Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. We provide education, support, and relief for our defenders.
You want somebody to have your back, and the Coast Guard Foundation has always had our back.
Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
Me the bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19, and that means calling ahead instead of going directly to a doctor or hospital if you're sick. It means being more patient. We're all in this together, and we all have a role in preventing the spread. So, prepare, focus on the essentials, protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their Feel Better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your Feel Better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Live.com via Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. And now, with the fifth quarter show, here's Sam Gormley.
Welcome back here to Cougar Stadium, where the Grayson County Cougars have fallen tonight by a final score of 22-18 to Butler County. As a little bit of a surprise here, if you are probably Grayson County, they probably were a little bit more confident coming into this game, but you got to give Butler County a whole lot of credit. They came out here with a great game plan. They had some great decision-making in games that they played, and it was just an all-around really good play here for Grayson County in this game. And Butler County just came out with a win. And it's one of those things that sometimes you just got to tip your cap and say, you know what, that's what happened. Grayson County falls tonight by a final score of 22-18. We'll take a break and come back with a little bit more. This is Cougar Football on K105.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their Feel Better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your Feel Better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Leitchfield or fdbm.net.
Cougar Football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars have fallen tonight by a final score of 22-18 to Butler County. Try to see if we can't run down some scores from around the region, and maybe we'll get a chance to talk to that. In fact, actually, Coach Jones is coming up to make his way. So while he's making his way up to us, we will have a chance to run down a couple of scores while he's making his way to us. I know that Graves County picked up a win here earlier on today. And let's see what we can't. Davis County and Floyd Central are all tied at 14 with about 55 seconds to go in that one. Todd County leads somebody 46-38. That's a heck of a ball game that's happening in that area of the state. But other than that, again, the final score that most people are concerned about in this situation is Grayson County falling tonight by a final score of 22-18 to Butler County. As I'll be joined here shortly by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Brian Jones. The other score, Apollo defeating North Hardin by a final score of 10-7. So I'm joined now by the head coach of the Cougars, head coach Brian Jones. And Coach, what's your thoughts on this one?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. That would probably help. What's your thoughts on this game?
I think at the end of the day, Butler County outplayed us. They picked up a lot of fourth downs and, dropped one going into the end zone just before half, or fumble one, and, drop a touchdown to win the game there late. And, it's just, Butler played really hard, and, I don't know. I just I hate it. Huge crowd here and everything like that, and ultimately, I'll take that one. I'm a firm believer. When we win, it's because the kids are doing great. When we lose, it's I failed to get them ready. So that one's on me, and we're going to have to do a lot better job this week because Graves County is going to be a lot better than Butler County.
There's a lot of stuff that you can really unpack with this one, but I know that Coach Hill, former Lady Cougar coach, who I know you have a good relationship with. I know your wife was an assistant under him. A couple of times during my 2 years working with him, he said that there were games where he didn't even watch the tape. He just didn't watch it because, in a way, he didn't think that was his team and it wasn't worth his time. And I know football's different because you're playing once a week, but in ways, is this game like that, or do you really have to break this tape down even more than you would the first 2 weeks?
No, I'll for me, and just the way I'm made and built, I'll watch this one a bunch and trying to figure out, kind of where we fell short. When they jumped into the 3-4, when we were in the gun and kind of spread, gave us some problems. They'd blitz that one linebacker off the edge, and so, we may have to do some different things in our pass protection to shore that up. They drove us off the ball some. And so, I want to look at those things. And, with losing Cooper, hurt us with some depth issues. And, he plays a pretty solid linebacker for us. And so that hurt us. And, Kaler coming back off of his rough week, with his health issues and stuff. I thought, when he did come in, he played great. I mean, heck, he drove us right down the field there, gave us an opportunity to potentially win the game. And I'll watch this one a lot and try to figure out where we can do better, because we're going to have to do better in this district we play in.
The first 2 drives offensively for you all, where you kind of went with, I guess, Michael Wood is a wildcat quarterback in some instances. Your offense was rolling in those first 2 drives. Did Butler County make an adjustment then on defense into what changed, or was it more of, or what was the reason as to why the offense didn't have as much success the rest of the game?
In hindsight, I think they really struggled against that. We put that in, with Kaler being out earlier in the week and just, trying to give a playmaker a chance, and Michael's a tremendous playmaker for us. Probably shouldn't have jumped out of it as early as I did, to be honest. That's something I want to go back and look at because they hadn't stopped it. But when you got somebody that's played as well as Kaler has, and he's standing on the sideline chomping at the bit to get back in and run his team, part of it was I just wanted to get him in there and get his feet back wet. And, we're up 12-0, I think, at one point. And so, that's just I guess a tough situation of do you do that, or do you get back to your true identity with your guy? Kaler's no doubt our guy. We go 3 and out, and then they score, and then we kind of struggled a little bit there until late in the half, and going in with seconds left and fumble on the goal line. So I don't have a real good answer for you, to be honest with you, other than in hindsight, it may not have been the right call. And again, that's on me if it's not, because they struggled really bad against that unbalanced kind of single wing look. But, I felt like we were also kind of wearing Mikey out. He's playing both sides of the ball and trying to get him a little breather, to be honest with you. He hadn't come off the field, and he'd ran every single snap. And I didn't want to drive him into the ground, and I thought, well, if we can jump in and get Chandler some touches and have some success there, we could come back to it. But it didn't work the way I had hoped, and, may have cost us one.
I asked you a question very similar to this next one last year, and I think it was after the Braves game, the one down there. Now, again, very different situation in that time, but I asked, is a loss like this, in the long run, can it be a good thing? Where your team was kind of riding high, offense was rolling 92 points through the first 2 games, and then tonight they struggle a little bit. Can this be a good thing?
It can be. It most definitely can be. It's going to tends to go one of 2 ways. Either you, pull your big boy pants up and decide to work a little bit harder and, get an extra rep here and there and grit your teeth and bear down and decide that, this isn't us and we're going to do better. Or, it can go the other way, if you're not careful. You can lose a heartbreaker like this in front of a huge crowd on your homecoming, and it can, wheels can fall off in a hurry, and you go from being what looks like a really good team to a team that, struggles for the rest of the year. And that's where us as coaches, we got to ensure that doesn't happen. There's going to be some guys that take that really hard. Michael Wood dropping that ball, Tom's fumbling that ball. Those guys, that's going to the competitors that they are. Those guys want to win. They're winners. That can eat at you, and you got to, get them back working hard, get them back in the saddle, and build them back up. But also, coach them up and show them where they can improve. So, that'll be on us as coaches to make sure that we don't let it slide, and have a great week this week and try to come out here and be as prepared as possible for Graves.
Graves next week. They win tonight 48-46 against Bullitt East. Obviously, a lot of those playmakers are still there. McKee, I know, was getting some Mr. Football consideration earlier this week. I saw Grant, I think, is one of their wide receivers. He's back. New quarterback, DeFreitas, I think is his name, is there. But what do you want to see from your team, though, to use I'm presuming that your team is probably a mix of heartbreak and probably some anger as well. What do they need to do to kind of corral those emotions into this next week and do into what is a huge game next week?
I think preparation, the approach Monday through Thursday. You got to not let this one burn too long, and on Monday we got to get back to work. It's a new week, it's a new game, it's a new team, and we got to prepare a little better, a little longer, a little harder, and not let this hang over us and bleed into next week. Because, ultimately we're still going to need Hunter Times to make a lot of plays, and Michael Wood and, these guys that may look at some things back in this game and wish they could have done something a little different. And, and that's where we're trying to teach these young men, to approach life and practice similarly. You can't go through a practice and then have a game like this and think back, well, if I would have practiced a little bit harder and a little bit longer, or if I would have done a little bit more in the weight room or in conditioning, maybe I would have made XYZ play. Well, we want them to approach their lives that way. We want them every day when they wake up as men and husbands and fathers. We don't want at the end of the day or month or a year to look back and regret maybe how they approach their job or their marriage or how they are a father. We're trying to correlate this as much as we can to real life. And I think that's the great thing about football, is there is so much about the game of football that is real life. You get in or you get out what you put in. And, we talked about it in the weight room. And we've been talking about it with them, for a few weeks now. I felt like at Bethlehem we had really bad body language. I felt like at times in this game we have really poor body language. We walk to our position and we kind of are just a little nonchalant instead of being real high energy, get there with a purpose, and, be ready to rock and roll. And so, maybe, hopefully, these guys the light bulb will click for them about, hey, I got to change my approach. I got to have better body language. I got to have better preparation. And, and we're trying to teach them these things without being, hardcore out here with a bullwhip. And, if you don't do this as hard as we want, we're going to run you 10 miles or something. We want it to be natural and intrinsic. We want them to want to learn to have this within themselves. We can get out here as coaches and, run them and do all kinds of things that if they're not doing it the way we want them to do it, but that's extrinsic. That's not going to last real long. That's not going to carry over into their adult life because there's not going to be somebody at their house in the middle of their marriage or them being a father that's saying, hey, if you don't do this well, you're going to have to run 2 miles. So we need them to have this from within themselves to want to be great. And, and that's what we're trying to teach. And ultimately, in the overall big scheme of things, this is a football game on Friday night. We got out of here relatively healthy. Cooper's going to have some x-rays, but, he's not going to lose his leg, hopefully. Hopefully he's back here before we know it and part of us and practicing with us and everything like that. But some of these lessons, hopefully they'll carry with them, as men and be better for it.
Coach, I appreciate it. That's head coach Brian Jones. We'll have more here coming up after this.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
We, the people, are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at bethematch.org.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Leitchfield or fdbm.net.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at bethematch.org.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars are losers tonight by a final score of 22-18. And, you know, I got to give a special shout out to Coach Jones. You know, that's not an easy conversation to have. And he came in, he gave it to us, he talked about it, and he did. And I mean, that answer at the end, talking about, you know, life and everything, he's right. And it was a really powerful conversation that we had because, you know what? Like he said, this is just a game. And in all seriousness, in 5 years, no one will remember what happened tonight. No one will remember. In fact, at the end of the season, no one might remember what happened tonight. It doesn't really matter in the long run. All that matters is you learn about it and take that moving forward next week against Graves County. I want to wrap up our scoring here from tonight's game as it started off with Grayson County getting an early lead in this game on a 9-yard touchdown run by Chandler McCready to jump up 6-0. Then Michael Wood added a 2-yard touchdown run to give Grayson a 12-0 lead with 2 minutes and 44 seconds to play in the first quarter. And it looked like it was going to be all Cougars. But Butler County had a different answer. Early in the second quarter on a 13-play drive, Henderson found Silcox for a 7-yard touchdown pass with 7 minutes to play in the second quarter, and they made it a 12-8 game. They took a lead, a 1-yard touchdown run by Dunnels with 2:07 to play, and they took a lead late and ran that into the half, 14-12. Grayson answered in the third quarter, taking an 18-14 lead on a 6-yard touchdown run by Michael Wood, but with 2 minutes and 49 seconds to play, it was a 26-yard touchdown pass from Jagger Henderson to Solomon Fleener. The 2-point conversion was good. Butler County took a 22-18 lead, and the Cougars were stopped 4th down and 1 from the 4-yard line to give Butler County the win. Grayson County going to be back in action next week. They will host Graves County here at Cougar Stadium. That game will be a 7 o'clock kickoff. 6:30 will be the locker room show. Same time, same place, right here on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. Of course, that's a huge game. Grayson County, with a win against Graves County, puts themselves in the position to potentially host a home playoff game. If not, well, then you might open up the door to maybe making another trip to Graves County in about a month or two. That wraps up our coverage show here tonight. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work tonight. Your camera operators were Alex Cook and Cody Brock, and your director was Chase Blaine. So tonight, where the Grayson County Cougars fall to Butler County by a final score of 22-18, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.